Hey, roll with advantage. We're back with episode session, whatever we want to call it, 2 of Tales of Evrand.
Hey.
This is 2, right? I think it is.
Yeah, did you already?
You guys didn't play without me, right? One time? Okay. Yeah, so honestly, we've been sitting around talking for a while, so we're just going to jump right into this game. Everyone's excited. And
Hell yeah,
with the first summary of the entire campaign, Joe, take it away.
Oh. All right. Okay. All right. I'm the nerd this time around, and I'm willing to admit that. I wrote the summary. Here we go. All
Do
right.
it with the parentheses too. I want the parentheses are really good.
Oh yeah. Oh, what, you think I didn't? No. I'm gonna use my Dungeon Master voice for all of it, and then my voice for the parentheses.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, session 1 of the Tales of Evrand. A wind carries over the shattered spires and whips through the mallow grove as great things begin to stir on the continent of Afera in the world of Evrand. The adventure of our 6 heroes begins within the borders of the Valimine Empire in a humble, small town of Hambafort. Our heroes being Basil, Gak, Yersa, Rian, Vey, and Gideon. All of them pulled to this particular region of the Valimine Empire for their own individual reasons. As our adventurers arrive in the town, they meet with old friends and make new allies. Especially Alan. That dude is the fucking goat. What peace may have been had in Hambafort was quickly broken by the calls of help coming from the main thoroughfare that cuts through the town. As our heroes rushed into the fray, they were confronted by 2 massive owlbears. The fight raged on, and our party discovered something strange was happening to these monstrous creatures. Magic that forced them to attack the innocent villagers of Hambafort. Right as our party was about to relieve these creatures of their internal torment, a flurry of arrows flew from a rooftop, and a small drake lunged towards the remaining creature. The source of the arrows was identified to be an elvish monster hunter by the name of Eldar, along with his guard drake Billow. Eldar pompously declared victory over the creatures as if he had done so single-handedly. Fucking dickweed. After a brief and very unpleasant interaction, Eldar and the party go their separate ways, fated to meet again, much to the party's dismay. The party decided to travel together to the Green Dragon Inn, the local watering hole of Hambafort, and get to know each other a little bit more. So much of the time was spent talking about Gak and his inability to read, paired with his ability to cast spells like a wizard. Thankfully, the party's questioning is interrupted as a letter from the mayor of Hambafort arrives. In this letter, there is an invitation to meet the mayor of Hambafort, receive payment for their work, and talk about other tasks that he needs taken care of. After a bit of asking around, the party discovers that the owlbear attack wasn't the first. There were 2 other farms that had been attacked by similar monstrous creatures. Loaded with information, they head out of the Green Dragon Inn and make their way to the mayor's mansion, as the farms make their way to the mayor's mansion and the farms ready for the next step of their adventure.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
So, as you all make your way out of the Green Dragon Inn, what do you guys want to do? You have 2 options in front of you. Head to the mayor's abode or head to the farmers about a mile or so outside of the town of Hambafort.
I think the plan was to head to the farmers first and then talk to the mayor second.
Correct.
Yeah, collect all the information and then go to the person who's by far the most shady person here.
Sus.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you all gather your things, head out of the tavern, and start your trek towards the farmlands that are on the back side of this small little town. They kind of lead as you're walking past these kind of ragged buildings, past the thoroughfare. You see these massive farmlands in front of you. 2 houses of which you can see off in the distance leading towards the Shatter Spires. So as you guys are walking there, is there anything you guys would like to talk about? It'll take probably about, with a walking pace, about a mile, probably an hour or less.
Okay. Yeah, I actually would, if that's all right. So as we're like just getting out of the city limits, heading really into where the farmland is a little bit more dense and the buildings are a little bit more spaced out. Rian is sort of leading Hikari. He's not riding on Hikari right now. and just sort of leading him by the reins, and Hikari's just slowly walking beside him. And as he's beginning to walk, as we get out of the city, he's going to sort of look back towards Gideon, and he's going to say, Gideon, come walk at the front with me. And he's just going to turn back around and start walking.
All right. Gideon will pick up the pace a little bit.
What's that about?
I guess this group is already forming cliques. Oh well.
Harsh.
I would like to be
Gosh.
friends with everyone, if that's all right.
I thought that was what we were doing.
Yeah, he just told me to walk up front. Why am I being ridiculous?
Too much shade is happening about a
Yours is
They
gonna like
staying
druid
far
craft
away
it.
from that conversation.
She's gonna make a little flower and give it to Basil.
So beautiful, thank you. And I want to like tuck it into my hat.
I guess I will just smile and let the boys have their secret conversation.
Okay, so as you're approaching, you can see one of the carrots that was given to Rian by Alan. He's going to feed that to Hikari as you're sort of walking up. And as you get next to him, he's going to say, not looking at you, just looking forward, and you can see him just sort of looking out at the countryside, keeping an eye out for things just in case there is anything. And he's just going to say, I just wanted to clear something up. Back there in the tavern. And he kind of laughs, and I was just going to ask you about your cannon. It's an impressive piece of machinery, and as somebody who's spent a lot of times with weapons and armor, and fighting, I've never seen anything like it. And, well, I was just curious about it, that's all.
What did you want to know about it?
Well, I'm definitely not skilled with things like that, but I was just curious where you got the idea.
Well, have you ever seen a real cannon before?
I've done some seafaring, time to time.
Well, then the inspiration is rather simple. I just thought using magic to quicken up some of the processes of loading, reloading material seemed like a good idea, but cumbersome at the same time. So I thought a little bit of a shortcut might be some improvements, but a real cannon is far more deadly if directly struck by it. So, limitations, as there is in all work.
That's interesting. Thank you.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm not used to large groups, especially so many at once. When people have questions, it's usually not very polite.
That's all right.
I shouldn't have assumed, though.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I spent a long time traveling alone. I've spent a long time with a lot of things burdening me. A lot of things I didn't ever want to talk about. I understand. Well, I think that now I'm intrigued. I may have more questions later, but for the time being, I think that I'll enjoy taking in the countryside while we're here. Thank you for humoring me, Gideon.
Anytime. I enjoy questions, so any others you have, just let me know.
I'll come up with a list. Then he'll kind of smile, and then he'll saddle up on Hikari and just trot forward just a little bit, maybe 10, 15 feet, just he doesn't need to, but he just wants to keep an eye out in case there are any monsters. Now that he knows that it's a threat, he's always trying to be as hyper aware as he can of situations like that.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. What is my perception? Oh, it's +4. That's pretty good. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna be a 13. Okay, I don't know. 13.
Is that
Okay.
Rianne's real voice?
I think so. I think it is, honestly.
I mean, sorry, what?
Rian let his guard down. He was too comfortable.
As he was 15 feet away where he thought no one could hear him. Oh man, I'm really tired of talking like that. That really hurts my voice.
At this point, you guys are getting closer and closer. You can see two major farms off in the distance. They're evenly spread apart and decently spread apart as well. One of which looks like this small little 2-story farmhouse that looks like it's made with lighter woods and painted like white and blue. And it has a very large field of this crop that you can't quite make out yet. The other one, hundreds and hundreds of feet across from that one, is a single-story house with a small windmill, and that looks to have next to that a barn. It seems to be painted red and some shades of green, and you don't see crops, but you see a large area fenced off that kind of leads into the barn. So you have these two options in front of you. Which one would you like to go to?
Were we given any indication, and maybe I just don't have this, I don't think. Oh yeah, I do actually. Daryl and Alfred, do we have any indication of where the two of them were living? Because all I have is that they were attacked, but not where they lived.
So the questions that you had asked Alfred last session were about
Alan?
the farmers.
You mean Alan?
Fuck. No, it's already happened.
Yeah.
No, Alan.
How dare you slander his name like that?
He told you about the farmers. He
Yeah.
told you about Alfred, and he told you about Daryl. You guys didn't really ask many more questions other
fuck.
than where they were located. And there's two farmers, and there's two
2
houses.
farms.
So
Guys, I
I
don't know what to
say-
do. I can't make this decision.
Let's go to
You guys-
the windmill.
I like the windmill.
Maybe we should
Windmill.
split up.
Gak. He's not even going to continue. He's just going to not look back and just, you can see his spine just tense up. Gak.
Yursa's gonna pat Gak on the top of his. Oh no, she's not.
Yeah, on the
She's
top
gonna
of it.
pat- She's
He's
just
about
gonna pat
7
him on the
foot.
chest. And be like, that's all right. We're gonna stick together, so we're all gonna go to this one.
I'd rather we stick together anyway.
Then why did you? That was under his breath. That was not loud enough for anybody to
Yeah.
hear.
Vay is kind of looking between them and just kind of like his eyes flicking back and forth, like, oh no. He's gonna kill Rianne.
Rand's gonna have a heart attack.
By the way, Rian, with your 13
Yes.
perception, also Yursa and Gak,
Yeah.
actually, and Basil. You all have very high passive perceptions.
Yeah,
Hold on, wait. Let me make sure. Okay, Gideon's no.
Probably
Okay,
not.
so Gideon's the only one who doesn't see this. Sorry.
I was one
the
point
year-
short.
Yeah, 13.
Uh,
You guys are. I don't know measurements. Okay, guys. You guys are hundreds of feet away. That's how we're gonna do it. And sometimes
I need exact.
when I do measurement, guys, when I do measurements, I might say 60 like paper or something like that. I might do it in Minecraft measurements.
Okay.
I'm with it.
I don't know.
Give me
Alright.
some chunks.
How many chunks away are we?
But all of you, but Gideon, sorry, can see that this single story homestead with this barn, you can see cattle and like livestock fenced off in their different areas. You can see more cows than anything in this one. It leads you to believe that this is I think they're called pastoral farms.
Okay. Or a dairy farm, maybe?
Well, it's not just dairy, but
What
We got
color
past.
are
Oh,
the
is it
cows?
is it chocolate milk or vanilla?
Or strawberry.
Oh, if there's pink cows in Evrand, there needs to be. They need to
No,
be pink.
No, no, they're very generic. They're brown. There are some spotted, but most of them you can see they're kind of shorter furred, shorter haired, not furred. This is not a very cold climate, so they don't need a lot of hair.
Okay.
You can see there's bulls amongst the cows and stuff.
Bulls.
Again, some have horns, some don't. There you go. That's what I'll say.
You're nailing describing cows right now. I just want you to know you're absolutely
moo,
smashing it.
some
Some
don't.
fucking moo. Oh yes.
Oh man, I think Gak
Yeah.
is just gonna start walking towards the cow. He's just gonna go that way, that direction.
Okay.
Gak, where are you going?
Well, we have to pick a place to go, right?
Oh, I thought you meant walking towards the cow, like you were
Towards the
headed to a
cow.
cow.
No, just
Okay,
well, I mean,
okay.
if
I
the
thought
cows
I
are
thought
in
that too.
between, if the cows are in between us and the place, I mean, he's gonna do a little pet as he walks.
Okay,
by,
yeah, okay,
but-
all right, that's fine. I thought like if the house was here and the cows were here, Gak is going here. Like, he's going to the cows.
No.
Okay,
Do
never
you know
mind.
anything about the ivory lithium?
Hi there,
Lycium.
cow.
So you guys are getting closer to the abode.
Should we go here first?
I
Yeah.
would say that's a good idea.
Okay. Who wants to take charge? Do you want to keep doing that, Reen, or
Oh no. I know my strengths, and talking with people that don't know me is not one of them. I'm well
We'll
aware of
just
that.
kind of and just kind of marches up to the door of the house and
Rian's gonna hang
After-
back just a little bit so he can overhear the conversation, but he doesn't want to scare anybody.
Gak is as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll hang out with Gak.
Yursa will walk next to Basil and just kind of give her a smile as we wait for the door to be open.
Gideon, Vay, where are you guys at?
Gideon will be closer to Ursa and Basil, but he'll be a little bit behind, and he'll pull out a little bit of paper and a quill, and he'll start writing down some stuff.
Oh hell yeah, we're Inspector Gadgets in this bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a little
Sure.
insensitive, Kayla.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. It's fine.
Vay will he's kind of standing there. He's seeing the stress that is already happening, and personally, he looks surprised that Rian considers himself not good at talking to people because he's the most reasonable person he's met so far. But Vay just kind of moves closer to Rian and just stays quiet.
Okay.
Okay. So Basil, as you knock on the door, 4 minutes go by, and you see the doorknob turn and the door start to open. And on the other side, as this door opens, you see what looks to be a middle-aged man that looks like he does manual labor most all of the day. His dirty blonde hair is greatly balding and leads to like this patchy mutton chop beard. You can see that his face kind of holds many wrinkles, and his eyes seem very tired. And he wears what you would expect of a dairy farmer. As he looks and goes, yes, can I help you?
hello, my name is Basil. Are you Daryl?
Yeah, yes, Daryl Orifil. What do I owe the pleasure?
Hi, Daryl. Lovely farm you have here. Very beautiful creatures cows are, aren't they?
Yes, yes. Well, they're sometimes a handful, but yeah, it makes a living.
Good to hear. These are my companions, and we were wondering
Hello.
if we could steal a few moments of your time today for some questions.
Yeah, sure. I don't have any food ready at the moment.
Oh,
But
that's okay. Don't worry. We're not here to steal too much of your time.
yeah, would you like to prefer to walk inside and sit and talk, or talk out here? It is a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. And I turn around and look at everybody.
Here's good.
Here?
I,
I turn.
yeah,
We
um,
like to speak here. Thank you.
All right. And he walks out a little bit and shuts the door behind him. So, what can I do for you?
Well, we were told that you might have some knowledge on what's going on with possible knowledge with what's going on within the town.
You might
You
have to be
know-
more specific. There's a lot. Well, there's not a lot going on in the town. There's not much actually ever going on in the town, but there's things that can go on in the town. So like you have to kind of be more specific.
Like the big thing that's going on, like the breaches that are killing people that's going on.
Wait, there's things killing people? I know. I mean, there's things attacking people. Wait, who died?
Well, nobody died.
Oh, that's
Just
good.
yet.
They're close to dying. They might as well have almost died. It was close.
Wait, who?
A person?
I don't think we caught her name, right? It's some
I
lady.
don't.
She walked
I don't
away
know
like
the
it was
name.
nothing.
She walked that shit off.
She kind of ran away after we saved her, and we didn't have a chance of asking her name. I'm
Are you
sure.
okay? Do you need to sit down?
Well, we were told that you also were injured and attacked recently.
Oh, well, I wasn't injured, but I was attacked. It was like a giant wolf or something. It came out of, yeah, it was a couple days ago, probably 3 or 4 days ago, something like that. But when some of the cows got out, I had to go herd them. Walk near the forest, near the shatter spires, like on the ridge, and I got attacked by a giant wolf.
Giant wolf.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a start. And did this wolf look any different than any wolves you've seen in the past, or did you
Hmm.
notice something strange about its eyes?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it had like, I don't know. I've never really seen a giant wolf like this before, but yeah, its eyes were kind of like red a little bit.
Right, and where exactly did it come out of? You said you were walking by the shattered spires, right?
Right. So, and he kind of points his finger off into the distance, and in the distance you can see a tree line of a forest that kind of leads into the mountains known as the Shatter Spires. Probably hundreds and hundreds of feet away. But as he points, he goes, "Yeah, Sally, she got out. She went over there. I had to go get her. And the weird thing is, I mean, we have wolves and we have, things that, want to attack cows and livestock, the chickens, all that stuff. I have to, I got my trusty crossbow, usually works. But this one was weird. This giant wolf thing, it like completely went past my cows and just went straight for me, which is normally not usually what happens when animals attack. They usually go for the cows. But I mean, I am a pretty, well, larger man. I guess it would have been a good meal.
You do not look anything like a cow. I promise you that.
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Gak, for helping compliment him.
He looks nothing like a cow.
It does not. So you were able to fight back against this wolf.
No, I actually didn't at all. Some gentleman showed up and actually killed the beast before it actually was able to attack me.
Some gentleman. Did he tell you his name?
Oh man. Something R. I forgot the first part. He had like a dog size, he had like a dog with him. But it
Is
was
his
green, had
name
scales.
Eldar?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Eldar. Yeah, elven fellow, long brown hair.
He's
Looks
never
like
seen a lizard or a snake. A
Oh,
I
dog
would
with
say
scales.
you're very close with the snake assumption for sure. I would say I'm glad that he was able to be here and help you. I'm sure it was a very, very scary experience for you.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm alive. But things like that happen. It's not the first time it's happened, but I mean,
But I'm sure, like you said, it's normal, and I'm sure you get a lot of wolves here, usually going towards your livestock instead of you, correct?
yeah. Also, usually they wait until nighttime when they know I'm not around. I think they
Right.
know that I have a weapon.
Sure. Have you ever seen any one of these again since?
The big wolf things? No.
No.
Well, it's only been like 3-4 days, I think, something like that.
Mm. Have you spoken to anybody who's experienced the same issue?
I mean, sometimes I did hear that Alfred got attacked. I did hear that. We kind of keep in contact, not too
Mm,
often, but
I see. Well, I'm very glad that you're okay. Is it just you here, or do you have a family?
oh yeah, no family, no significant other, no children, just me and the cows, and the chickens, and the pigs.
Well, I see no better lifestyle. Um, I I would say just keep aware because we've seen it. I'm assuming it's kind of picking up within the town, similar experiences with these wolves coming out and harming people. Um, Sounds like they're not really coming out in the more rural area, but
Are there more?
they're either I mean, unless Eldar killed the one who was harming you, then um, the ones that we saw was 3, so 2 or 3. Um, so either they're the same, one of them's the same one, or there's a whole lot more than we expect.
Well, I hope that we can figure this thing out. I mean, I'm always ready to protect my livestock, but against creatures and beasts like that, just me, I can't do much.
Yes, well, that's why we're trying to figure out kind of what's going on so that you don't have to even think that way, you know?
Well, I appreciate it. Are you all well, you look it, I don't want to assume, but you do look new to town.
Yes. I believe we're all generally new to this town. I am.
And you just come into town and you want to help us?
None of us know each other. We all just happened here, and then we happened to get attacked at the same time, and that usually brings people together, I'm sure. So we just decided that we would continue to help each other.
Well, sounds like a good start to me.
Yeah.
One more question before we
Yeah.
leave you. I'm sure you're very busy with all your farm work. Did Elandor say anything to you before he left or when he saved you?
No. I think the most he said to me was, "Are you okay?" And I said yes. And he said, "Good." And then he started carving up the animal, and then he left.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Please do, like my friend here said, stay safe. And please, maybe if you are going to go that close to the forest again, might be best to have someone accompany you or have a weapon ready.
Of course, of course. I hope I was helpful. And I hope that you find out what's going on.
We hope so too. But thank you so much for your time. We don't want to bother you any longer.
Do you need like a payment or something, or like a reward or anything, or?
No, I don't think so. We're just doing the right thing. So, I guess we can just
Okay. All right.
go on our way.
All right. Well, I'll be here always. So if you want to stop by, I could use the company. But thank you for stopping by, and I hope I answered all your questions.
Of course, thank you. And then she just like, goodbye, like turns,
Hi.
walks away.
You can see that he's awkwardly like looking back and forth, like, all right.
As he's looking back, he sees Gak and Rian are feeding one of his cows some corn.
The chat has been very active, John.
I can't pay attention to the chat.
They have been feeding one of his cows.
He looks over and just, and then like, all right, and he goes back and.
I just want to say the end of that conversation I loved because I could see the Fallout New Vegas dialogue come up where it was like, yeah, we actually would like to be paid. If this was a Renegade playthrough for Basil, I could have seen that happen. Yeah, give me the money.
Would it just act like how she did with that one guy in my one shot?
Yeah, in the .5.
Fuck off.
You are standing currently outside of the Orville Pastoral Farm.
Hey, how'd it go?
I think it went well. Daryl was saved by Eldar, who is the way he is for a reason I don't know. And so now we're just going to go to the other farm and see what the other farmer has to say.
Did you ask which name he prefers? Like, does he want to be called Phil?
I'm sorry, what, Gak?
He said his name was Daryl or Phil. Does he want to be called Phil or Daryl?
No.
Gak,
It's the last name.
his last name is Orville.
Oh, I was far away.
Okay.
That's all right.
Learning is always happening in
He
life.
looks more like a Daryl anyway.
He does, doesn't he?
So
Anyway.
where's Alan's farm?
Alfred, Alan is the man who owns the tavern, Gak. My heart is racing right now.
Okay. Do you know where the other farm is? It's
and
I know
Rian
it's all the same
points
direction.
to the other farm. It's like what, like
Yeah, it's in view.
100
You can
feet
actually
away.
see it from where you are. More than 100 feet away, but it's literally open plains. There's
Oh.
farms.
I didn't know if that was the same one or not.
That's okay.
I've been to a lot of big farms.
Yeah.
You have. Have you?
Just the one. The one at my house.
What
But
are
it's
you,
big.
Gak? And you can see like it's like this vein pops up on the side of Rian's forehead.
Gak
There's a
picks up
secret
the corn and
hand on
starts
his
walking to the
shoulder.
other farm.
On an unrelated note, anyone have any alcohol? Just while we're walking, not to be able to deal with this situation. Just unrelated.
Oh, I quit
Can
a
I?
couple years ago, but I don't know. I might
Basil?
take it back up again.
Basil pulls out a little plant and he's, it's not really alcohol, but it'll make you feel a little bit better.
I'll take it.
Vay, you hear. Do it. Take the plant.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he he would take the plant.
That'll be approved, dude.
Sure. What is it?
Yeah, Basil, what is this plant? What is it supposed to do?
It just makes you feel a little bit light on your feet, but still completely present.
You can taste color, man.
Now
only
Vay
a
is,
little bit. It's not going to do much. It's
Vay is now caught in the social contract of I asked for something, but I do not want to do this, and he's just like, right, I'll try anything once, and he'll eat it.
Vay,
He'll eat it.
have you partook in herbs before?
Yeah, probably.
Okay,
Session
well then it
two.
doesn't do much. You feel a little calmer. I was
Nice.
expecting you to say no. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, this isn't Rowan anymore.
No, he's a cool paladin.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. My paladin does drugs, man.
He vibes.
Oath of the herb, dude.
My God.
Both of the earth.
Gak at this point is
Need
like
that.
30 feet away from everyone, and he
Gak-
turns around and he goes, "Are we going or?"
Yes.
Yes, we are going.
Yes, we are.
You just have a really good head start.
Your
Okay.
strides are longer than everyone else's.
I
Gotta-
bet I could get there before you.
And Rian's gonna look to Hikari and look to Gak and be like, "You want to race?"
Yes, and Gak just starts running.
Oh, he's gonna like jump on top of Hikari and whip the reins, and he's gonna go.
Gak, you feel pretty good. We're just going based on movement. You got 30 feet head start. But because Rian did hop on a horse.
Gak is gonna he's gonna hold his spell book and cast Minor Illusion,
Okay.
and he's gonna make it look like a wall appears in front of where
Okay.
where Rian and Hikari are running.
Uh-oh.
Is that an intelligence check to see if they can see if it's an illusion or not?
Let me see.
I think it says in the spell.
I'm really checking here. I don't see physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion.
Let's
And then
see,
a
hold on.
successful investigation check against my spell save DC. Yeah.
Yeah, so Rian, you need to make an investigation check.
Okay. Now
But
the
if he-
fact that
Or-
this
Yeah.
is this wall came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I feel like it should be
Yeah,
advantage.
the DC is gonna be low.
So is
well,
this?
yeah, advantage.
I feel like Rian knows it's fake, but I feel like Hikari would be the one. And if anything, that's
Right.
more fun anyway. So Hikari has -4
Yeah.
to intelligence checks. So
Oh my god.
And it's
Yeah.
against my spell save DC, it says.
ooh, well, that was a good roll. That was a 17, but it's -4, so it's 13.
That is my spell save DC.
Okay. The car takes off right through the illusionary wall.
Oh,
Um,
hell yeah,
Rian,
boy.
there's a brief moment where you impact, where you like kind of tense up, and you're like, ah, shit, a car is gonna think this is fake, and then you take off right through it. Gak, you're running and you're bounding, and then you hear, and you look behind, and then just Rian passes you on Hikari because he's on a horse.
Oh. That's a good one, though.
Kinda.
He's gonna keep running full force. He's
Okay.
not gonna stop until he gets there.
Yeah. And Rian will kind of pull up. Now that he's past Gak and he heard Gak say, he'll kind of pull up a little bit and he'll kind of lean down towards Hikari and just be like, act tired, all right? And Hikari will kind of slow down and start to whinny and be like, no, come on, boy, go. Or girl, it's a girl. Come on, girl, go. And she's not going. And then he'll let Gak pass and win.
Oh, nice. Chip, look. The wall worked.
Yeah, the wall worked. You really spooked him. Spooked her. Shit. Oh. All right.
No, you're
I'm
horse, Joe.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare your horse.
Oh no, it's okay. She's fine. Right, Hikari?
Hikari
Good.
nods.
Are you the horse, John, or am I the horse? I need to know now.
I think you're the horse.
Okay,
I think
I'll
you're
be-
the horse. Yeah.
I'll be the horse.
I like that Rian just took off with Gak and leaving the other people.
Yeah, you
including
guys are about
Ursa.
80 to 100 feet in front of everybody. So we go back to Basil, Vay, Ursa, and Gideon as you're just walking. What are you guys doing? You guys chatting at all or having a conversation while Rian and
Game's just-
Gak are...
That wasn't a very sportsmanlike move.
Ursa just opens her mouth and just has no words.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think we should allow magic in every race from now on, and just see how that works for people. But yeah, I don't think that was very fair. Yeah, but
I mean,
he's
the
just gonna keep walking.
horse wasn't very fair, so maybe it balanced out.
You guys
I have a
eventually.
feeling they are
Oh,
going to
sorry.
become great friends. No, go ahead.
No,
She's just laughing. Oh, all she said was, I have a feeling they're going to become great friends. And just press on.
Okay. Well, Gak and Rian, you are much closer to this abode. And you can see most all of you can see this, but Rian and Gak can see it better because they're closer. This 2-story house, kind of, if it were to resemble any house, it would resemble the Weasley's house. It is makeshift and leaning a little bit. It's got repairs all over the place. It looks like this thing's been here for thousands of years. It hasn't been here for thousands of years, but it's gotten some age on it. And you can see very organized fields of this one single crop. And as you get kind of closer, Rian would probably know more. This looks like oats.
Oh, okay. Oh, Akari's. I gotta keep Akari away from those. That's not good.
They'd probably grow oats at Gak's house. His little
Okay.
farm. Yeah.
So Gak, as you kind of look a little closer, it's a giant field of oat.
Oh,
Oh,
these are oats.
yeah.
I just noticed.
I wasn't really paying attention, but now that you mention it, they're definitely that.
Oh, do you know oats?
I know oats.
Mm,
Oh, yes, I know oats.
yes. In fact, there was at my village where I grew up, there was a whole hall of oats.
I'm really trying to think of a Hall & Oates pun, but I can't.
Well, funny enough, it was owned by the richest woman in
rich
town.
girl.
Yeah.
You see in the field what looks like a hunched over man with a bag on his side. Yeah. Who is currently tending to the farm.
Oh, do you think that's?
You'd have to get closer to make out the features.
Do you think that's Al?
Probably. I kind of want to wait for everyone else to get here before we just approach.
Yeah, I don't really know what we're trying to ask him about, so
He was.
I don't think it'd be a good thing for me to. I know he was attacked, but
Yeah.
I didn't hear what they asked the other guy, and I think we should ask him the same stuff.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
So you guys are waiting for the rest of your party?
These are nice
Yeah.
oats.
I think
Okay.
Gak's gonna try to hide because he doesn't
Make a
want that
stealth
guy
check.
He doesn't want that guy to see him and then come over and start talking before everyone else showed up. So yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna,
Yeah.
he's gonna try
But
to hide.
you are in a open field.
Yeah.
There's quite literally nothing around you. But yeah, make a stealth check with
Except for the oats.
disadvantage.
That's a 5.
No, the oats are a couple like 60 to 100 feet away.
That's a 5.
Yeah, you know, Gak, you stand behind Rian, and you feel hidden.
Yeah, I've minimized our space. We don't take as
Rian.
much space up now.
Okay.
The rest of you do eventually catch up,
Okay.
and you see Gak kind of huddled behind Rian, but all of you can clearly see Gak.
Well,
So close.
Gak's gonna like talk to Rian and be like, I just don't want this guy to come over here and start talking to us before everyone else shows up.
What was that?
What? Gak says that really
Kinda like-
loud.
I see you two are growing very close to one another. That's
Incredibly
good.
close. Gak has made sure of it. Gak is like hovering over Rian.
Now that you guys are here, I think I'm good to get out. I'm gonna stop hiding now.
You were hiding?
You're hiding very well, Gak.
Thanks. I don't know if it was super well. I just didn't want that guy to talk to me before you guys were here.
I think he probably would have stayed inside, seeing the sight that was before him.
Oh, okay.
That's a compliment, I think.
I just
think
meant.
so too.
Yes. Anyway, are we ready?
Rian and I were saying we think that's Al.
Oh,
There's a man over there. By the way,
probably.
this right here is Oates.
There's a bunch of oats
Wow.
over there.
You two are very insightful when you're put together, aren't you?
It just came to me, and I felt as though I needed to say it.
You have a
Yes,
lot-
I do. You should talk to Alfred.
John, come back. Until we leave the farmlands, I'm not going to stop talking about oats.
I'm never describing what a farmer has as their crop ever again.
Oh, no.
I
That's
spent
great.
too much time on the oats. Understand now?
Did so much research on oats.
I actually did.
All right.
Oh,
Who's who wants to take the lead on this one then?
I think that it should be. I think it should be the same people, and they should ask the same questions so we can compare. Like we can have the same things. You can compare them.
Notes?
That makes a lot of sense, Gak.
Thank you.
I can. I will do my best.
I think you did pretty well last time.
Thank you, Gak. I appreciate it. And Basil just kind of hesitantly walks up the door, feeling discouraged from the laugh. From pretty much letting Yrsa take over, when speaking to Daryl. So she goes up and just turns around and goes, looks back at the door.
So you're walking by yourself over to the.
I just start
There's
walking.
a man in the field.
Oh, he's in the field?
No, yeah, he's in the field. That's why Gak was hiding, because he didn't want him to come over. Yeah.
Okay. So I slowly walk up to him.
Okay.
Gideon will be with you, by the way, taking notes
Okay.
again.
Cool. Is he facing us? Has he been just kind of watching us awkwardly stand in his field?
No, he's just looks like harvesting some of the oats and putting it in a bag. And as
Okay.
you kind of get closer, you can see as he's taking some of the oats off the plant or whatever the hell you want to say, and placing them in the bag, he occasionally feeds this little squirrel on his shoulder, and then goes back to taking oats off the plants.
I'm gonna walk kind of loudly so that he doesn't get scared and he knows that something is coming up behind him.
Okay. You can see from behind, he's wearing these kind of tattered, dirty clothes. And he has these like droopy, pointy ears. Like, they're just like, I'll show you the reference image. But as you're walking up, you can see the ears like perk up a little bit, like kind of twitch to the sound as he goes, "Oh, hello, sorry, give me 1 second." And he puts the oats in his bag and turns around, and what you see is an old man that looks like a worn face. Amongst his wrinkles and bald, sun-spotted face is a peppered but mostly white, full beard. As he looks at you, you can see both of his eyes are just white. He has short and droopy, pointy ears. He looks like he's wearing clothes that probably fit to working outside. And again, you can see there is a squirrel on his shoulder. And this is what you see.
Oh.
Ooh.
As he as he as he looks to you, Basil, and goes, yes, could I help you?
Hello to you and your squirrel. My name is Basil, and you're Alfred, correct?
Yes, yes, I am Alfred, and this is Oates. Say
Hello.
hello, Oates. And you can see that the squirrel just makes clicking noises. I don't know what squirrels do.
Hello, Oates. Alfred and Oates. Very pleased to meet you. We just came from Daryl's farm. I'm not sure if you've been aware of the dangers that have been happening within the village when it comes to wolves attacking. Have you heard about that?
Oh, yes, I've heard stories. Also, how is Daryl? I haven't heard from him since he was attacked.
He seems to be doing fine now. I guess he hasn't had any problems since then. He wasn't
Well,
really
that's
aware
good.
of what was going on in town, though. So, I'm surprised to hear that you have, being same distance from town as he is.
Yes, I like to get out and walk a lot, and sometimes I'll go into town. And I've heard some rumors and stories about attacks, and no, I've also been attacked recently.
Oh, like recent?
Within the past couple days.
Oh my God. Well, are you okay, first and foremost?
Oh, yes. He kind of pats all of his arms and legs. Yes, I have all of my bandages. I'm fine. My eyesight is not the best, but that's not from the attack.
Oh, was it from a wolf or something else?
I was attacked by, I think, a pack of wolves. Yes, about 4 or 5.
Wow. Did they? Do you have any animals on your farm here, Alfred?
Well, other than oats, no.
Did the pack of wolves, did they seem like normal wolves or kind of just acting different, I guess?
Well, they did act kind of like normal wolves, yes. But I did notice, again, my eyesight is not the greatest, but I could notice that they seemed a little more feral or more angry, and their eyes kind of this red tint to them.
A red tint. And so, what happened next? What happened afterwards?
Well, well, the story is I was out here in the field attending to my crops, and out of nowhere these wolves came out of nowhere, and they attacked me, and luckily I was not hurt. There was some gentleman that showed up and
Is
got
his
rid
name
of the
Eldar?
wolves. That name does ring a bell. Yes, I think it was.
Okay, he appears to be the resident wolf slayer. So, I'm glad you're fine. I'm glad that you and Oates weren't hurt, for sure. Have you encountered any of these animals since your attack or seen them?
No, no, I haven't encountered anything else. I just know that I think yes, I think that they possibly came from over there in the tree line, maybe the Shataspire forest off over there.
Does anyone live out there? Or are you and Daryl pretty much the last people in this area?
This is kind of the outer limits of Hambafort, and past that is the wilds, and anything that lives there. I don't know of anyone who lives over there. No. No.
Hmm. And before all of this happening, has Hambafort ever had any problems with wolves or wild animals causing this
I
kind of
mean,
damage?
I know that I've had animals kind of destroy my crops sometimes. Deer, or, you know, animals that would eat these things. I know that Daryl has um had an issue with wolves or foxes with his livestock, but no, not like this. No,
Wolves or animals that want to like eat your face off.
no,
Oh,
no.
I see. Well, I guess that's good. Um, okay. Yes, sir. Do you have any questions that I may have missed?
I think that's pretty much everything. It seems as though you are not the only one who's being attacked, like you said, but unfortunately, we don't seem to have any concrete answers yet. Daryl is doing fine, but there are just some things that aren't adding up. But thank you for sharing with us what happened to you. It was very brave of you to do so. If you continue to farm, just be safe.
I will continue to do so.
Did a wolf slayer Eldar do anything weird with the wolves?
I believe that he to each one of them took some sort of trophy. Yes.
What did
Okay.
he take from the ones he killed here?
I think he took an ear from each.
Just an ear? One ear from each?
I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
From what I've heard, if I may say, is that the gentleman Eldar has been actually helping with these attacks. I know there have been a couple, myself included, and I believe he might be employed by the mayor. I think he might need some sort of proof, maybe.
I mean, sure, I guess that would make sense. All right. Well, and
Would,
he just left the wolves' bodies here?
yes,
Okay. Okay. What did you do with them?
I burned them,
Okay.
but not
I'm
before
assuming,
getting some food.
right, of course. I'm sure they all did the same.
I think so. I think his was, from what I heard, bigger.
Bigger?
Yes, I think that Daryl said that his was like a big wolf. Mine was regular size wolf.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your attention to details with all of this. It's been very helpful.
No, thank you. I don't have much company, and I'm always looking to talk to people. Welcome to Hambafort, by the way. Sorry, this is your introduction.
Quite all right. But if you do need anything, we will be in town for just a little bit. So if you get attacked again, just ring.
I hope I do not, but I
I hope you
will.
don't.
I will make sure to get safe and then call for help.
Sounds
And
good.
any strange creatures with red eyes.
Yes.
That would be helpful as well.
Yes, I will keep on the lookout. Have I been helpful?
Yes. Super helpful. Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
well, all right, bye.
Have a good rest of your evening.
You as well. He looks at you, Yursa. kind of does a double take, and then you say goodbye, and he just shrugs and goes back to picking the oats.
Before everyone leaves, Gak's not going to walk up to him, but he's going to take a few steps forward and just say, "I'm sorry. What was your friend's name? Your squirrel friend?"
Oats.
Oats. And then he's going to show Chip sitting on his shoulder and he goes, "Mine's name is Chip."
How wonderful. Hey, Chip. And he kind of waves to Chip.
"Hi, Oats." "Okay, thank you so much. You've been really helpful. I just wanted to say hi to Oats."
Okay, bye, everyone. I'll be around. Just come say hi whenever.
Both of these
Okay.
farmers are so lonely. They're just like, please come back.
I also like that he was like, "I haven't seen Daryl for a really long time." And it's like, I can see him right now. He's right over there.
Hey man,
I ran here.
got no time.
Okay, so you finish talking with Alfred, and where would you guys like to go?
I'm assuming then now we're just going to head to the mayor's house, right? Because I did have a few questions to pose to the party while we were walking there, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Mayor's house?
Yeah, I think we would kind of walk a little bit away from the farm and just kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
debrief, your so Basil filling in everything that, going over Gideon's notes. So yeah.
What did Alan Oates say?
Well, a very similar story, it seems. Instead of one large wolf attacking, it was a pack of wolves. And same discoloration to the eyes, coming out of the forest line, but there are no animals here except for oats. And these creatures just attacked him. And our elven friend also happened to appear to save the day, which is... I would like to think it's good, but it also is very convenient. And
I thought we didn't like him.
Don't.
I think friend was facetious. Sarcastic. A joke. Just keep sifting it down.
Yes,
So,
I don't think we know enough about him yet to make a fair judgment.
yeah. So, okay, so what we know is that the two of them were attacked, just kind of like how the town was attacked, and we don't know why. And it's different animals
Correct.
each time.
Unfortunately, that's all we know.
And in different places,
Okay.
correct?
Well, yes, it's been wolves of various sizes and the owlbear in town.
And Gideon, in your notes, did Daryl or Alfred talk about how quickly Eldar came to them to save them?
Immediately.
That seems a little convenient, like you said, your son.
3 times is a pattern, as we say. No one's that good.
No.
Maybe he's just really good at knowing where they're gonna be for some reason.
If we discover that
maybe.
Eldar has the powers of foresight, then yes, I'm more than happy to believe that.
Or maybe he's behind it. Because he did seem a little shady, knew exactly what to do. He's like the only person you would think with these kind of animals and these attacks, the mayor would have more people trying to figure out what's going on, and it's just him.
It is
He
strange.
wasn't very forthcoming with any information. He wanted us to pretty much get out of his way when we were doing all right. I don't know. He just... And the taking of the ears, I understand that proof is a thing that...
Ears.
I don't know.
Why would he be behind it though? Why would he want to?
And I don't think that we should jump to any conclusions
I'm
right
not
now.
saying he is. I'm just throwing that out as a possibility.
You're right.
Okay.
It is, but I think that what we should do now is if everyone's in agreement, speak with the mayor, make no accusations. Just get some more information and then talk further. See if we can figure out more after we talk to whatever the mayor's name is here. I don't think that was given to us. That's Joe.
Was it on the note that we got?
I think it was given to us on the note. I just don't remember it.
I believe the note said it should be in your
yeah. So when we talk to
Dosta.
Mayor Dosta, we should hopefully be able to find out a little bit more and go from there.
Did we ever, DM question, did we ever, get a place of stay for Eldar? Like, does he live in town? Was that said? Or I think he just
no
kinda
questions
was
were asked about Eldar.
Fuck yeah. Well, he ran away like a bitch. All right, that's fine.
Quick, Yursa,
All right.
transform into a bear, and Gak, minor illusion or eye thread will summon him.
Oh my god, no, because then he'd quick shot me.
Nah, he couldn't kill you.
Ah,
Bitch boy plays with paper arrows. I don't know what that means.
level 3 or so, he might. He might.
Well, if
Gideon,
you
what were you gonna say?
If you were in wild shape, you'd be.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Along
So let's
with holding,
Sorry,
Gideon,
go
go ahead.
along with holding back on accusations, I recommend not sharing any information with the mayor.
Oh no.
Right now, we're making assumptions on very limited information. I think the more we hold to our chest, the more we might be able to learn. At the very least, perhaps we won't raise someone's guard.
So I agree.
But Basil, I do agree with you. This whole Eldar thing is very, very, very suspicious.
We do need more proof before doing anything about it.
Well, then I suppose let's make our way to the manor. What was it again? Dosta Manor? Yes. And see if we can figure something out.
I thought we were going to the mayor.
We
Well,
are,
the
okay.
mayor lives in a manor. It's that big building on the hill.
Oh yeah, I know where he lives.
And so when you have a really big house, sometimes people will call that a manor.
Okay.
Jack, would you like to walk with me?
Sure.
All right. And she's gonna lead him away from Rian.
I want to be
Before
clear.
Rian, socks him.
That wasn't meant to be condescending. That's how it came off. He was just trying to explain it so Gak would understand.
Oh man.
I think Brian's getting better with that.
He wants to.
It
he
sounded,
wants
it sounded genuine.
Yeah,
so
okay, all right, good. He was just.
Look, we're only half a day in, not even with this party. Take some time.
I would, as we're going, this is just something that I'd like to do for Rian. And I think that this might be some meta knowledge just from looking at the Legend Keeper thing, but it would also be knowledge that Rian has. Obviously, from his time in the lower slums of the city of Valumine, not Valumine, not Value Mine. That's how Gak says it.
Valamine, yep.
Valumine. Obviously, there was that armor that all of the different guards wore that was kind of significant to them in a red and gold color pattern. Now, Rian doesn't want to make any assumptions about they, but from the color pattern of the armor, do you think that Rian might make any connections there, or?
No,
No? Okay.
not at all.
Okay, all right. All right.
Vay's armor. Vay's armor is significantly different than anyone you've ever seen.
Okay. So in terms of style, doesn't match the.
It's
that
very,
armor at all.
very, very well made. Very well made.
Okay. Okay.
But it has nothing. You can look at it. The color scheme matches nothing of the Valamine.
my God.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's a double agent.
I'll just check.
Trying to see if I'm a royalist. You can say.
Goddamn right.
Sorry, I have a question now. Would yours be familiar with the former mayor? Or
There
was
was
there
no
never,
former mayor.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't think there was somebody who. Okay, cool beans.
Mhm.
JK. Okay, this will be interesting.
Okay.
As they're
So
walking, Gak will probably just talk to Yursa about animals and how she talked to Chip and stuff like that. Just
Oh, yeah.
chatting up about it.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, you guys do have an hour or so walk. And at this point, by the way, it is starting to get darker outside. It's probably early afternoon, probably 4 or 5-ish. So you can see that it's starting to change from daylight.
If it gets like really where the sun is setting, Gak's gonna cast dancing lights and just kind of have some lights walk around them as a group. Because it looks
Yeah,
cool.
you guys got a couple more hours before you're getting into nightfall territory. But this walk back to the town and then up the hill to the Dasta Manor will take about an hour and a half or so. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about or do while you're walking there, you can right now, or else we can skip right to it.
I'm good.
Basil's
Okay.
in her own world.
Okay.
I think Rian would just say, "Hey Vey, I like your armor. It seems well made."
He pauses and he's like, thank you. It was a gift.
Oh, that's nice.
He does seem uncomfortable about the question, and his eyes definitely flick to the side at the word gift, before he kind of turns back and starts walking a little bit faster.
Okay.
Okay.
Hope the
At
mayor's
this point,
and
Rian will
straps.
remember that.
At this point, you make it back to the town of Hambafort and start to walk up this looks like newly developed path to this hill. Up on the hill, you see a grand manor surrounded by an iron gate. You can see it's made of stone and wood, and it's kind of the color scheme of like white and blue. And you can see as you kind of walk up to it, there are people outside, and they look like guards. But Rian and those who have been within Valamine and seen the red guards, they don't look the part. These look like more sellswords or hired bodyguards, but they're all kind of wearing this blue, white, and yellow attire with this crest on the front, and the crest looks like what you've seen before on the paper itself with the wax seal. It's the lion with the birds flying above. But as you walk closer, you see this.
Hmm.
And as you get close, you see this kind of taller human figure with a bald head, long sword to his side, this armor, this chain armor, and he looks over to the party and goes, "Can I help you?"
I think Rian will just kind of, not saying much, but he'll say, "We're here to meet with the mayor," and just present the letter.
He looks at the other one, takes the paper, reads it over. 1 second. And he gives the paper back and turns around, and
Thank you.
you can see this large, one of the doors to the large double doors that lead in, open and close. And you guys just stand there for a couple minutes.
Is the other guard here?
As the other guard is at attention, not looking at anybody, just looking forward.
Good idea with the letter.
Thank you, Gak.
It shows that that we're meant to be here.
That's why I showed it, Gak.
I know.
I know. Okay. I gotta write
You
that
can see the
timestamp down.
guard's
Oh,
eyes.
shit.
The guard's eyes just like widen and he just like rolls his eyes, and you can just hear. And about 2 minutes go by. 5 minutes go by, and you guys are just standing out there.
Motherfucker.
Basil looks over at the guard. They're best friends, you know.
Great. So glad. And he looks backwards. The fuck is? Oh God, please.
Gak's gonna sit down and pull out his notebook
and he's just gonna start doodling.
Yeah, as you sit down, the door opens.
Oh,
And the guard walks up and goes, "All right, you can enter." And you see this guard unlock the gate and let you all inside.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
You can see the other guard look at the one that just came back and go, "Thank you."
Oh no.
I feel for this guard, you know? I really, truly do.
We've all had that day at work.
Yeah, he's the greeter at Walmart. This is what's happening to him.
Gak just walked in Minion sweatpants.
Oh my god. All right. That's horrible.
Hey, that's what you see at Walmart. That's what you see.
Oh shit.
So as you all come to the double door and stand there for a second, what do you do?
I walk in.
No, the door's closed.
Oh, open the door?
No.
I'm gonna check for traps.
Maybe we should knock first.
So as you go to
Oh,
open the door,
I'm a fucking nitwit. Okay, there's a gate that leads to the manor. We were at the gate. He went through the gate.
Yeah.
Now we're at the door that leads into the house. Got it. Okay,
Got
I
sorry.
thought we were at the
I thought
door.
we were
I,
at
thought,
the door,
I also
too.
thought we were at the door.
sorry, that's my fault. I didn't explain it correctly.
I know
You're
you're
okay.
good. I'm a dying star. It's all right.
Yeah, you guys were outside the iron
It's
gate.
dense.
You were then led into the iron gate. Now you're at the door. And as you go to unlock the door or even knock it, whatever you try to do the door, it immediately opens. And on the other side is a thin human man with this, it looks like a white wig. And he's wearing like butler clothes. And he goes, "Oh, hello. Please, Mr. Doster is waiting for you all. Follow me into the dining hall."
Okay.
Of course.
Oh my
Rian is
God.
disturbed.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
Hold on, let me.
Very true.
Is there like a? Do I have a funny? Hold on. Give me a second.
Quickly Googling pictures of funny butler.
No. Is this gonna work? There we go.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that
Uh,
music.
Wow.
So as you walk in, you can see this large foyer, I think is what it's called, with these spiraling stairs that go up to the second level. Everything is decorated in like a blue and gold. There's a large, beautiful carpet on this beautiful wooden floor. You can see lantern lights that kind of light up the entirety of this house. There are beautiful portraits and art on the walls. You look at this place and immediately, like, outside was gaudy, the inside is even worse. And it kind of looks like this as you were led in. And you are
Oh.
led straight through the staircase into a large hall. You can see a long wooden table with multiple chairs enough for everyone to sit, and you can see a feast with chicken and turkey and pig and rolls and anything you can think of upon this table. As the butler goes, "Mr. Doster will be with you shortly. Go ahead and take a seat and enjoy the meal."
Oh,
As he shuts the doors behind you.
it's a good thing we came today. Weren't we talking about coming like tomorrow or something? That would have been bad. All the food would have gone bad.
Yes,
Oh
it seems
my
as though
God.
we've arrived right on time and right for dinner. You're right. Brienne, stop
we-
looking like that.
Should we be
Sorry.
eating at this?
Sorry, I
Eating
just-
this?
I'm going to.
And I guess probably isn't poisoned, right?
I'll let you know. He just starts cutting himself some food.
Okay.
Yeah, Reno.
Wouldn't be my first time being poisoned today.
What?
Oh,
Oh, you guys don't remember?
Yeah, when Basil's flower poisoned
Yeah.
him.
Oh.
Jar.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Gak is going to ignore the silverware entirely, but he is
Oh.
also going to start eating.
Uh,
No.
Gak, this is probably
Can-
the most delicious meal that you've eaten
Can we?
in a while.
Whoever is sitting next to Rian, probably Gideon, he's gonna be like, "Do you think we can get Gak a bib?"
Gak's not super messy.
He's not okay. He's just eating with his hands.
No, he's just eating with his hands. Yeah,
Okay.
he has no idea what utensils are.
Rian will think to say that to Gideon, and Gideon, you can see him kind of lean towards you, and I guess it's fine.
Probably the right call.
Is there anything like off about the room we're in? Like,
Make an investigation check.
out
Where
of
are the
place?
funhouse mirrors? That's what I'm really curious because the music.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
expecting.
Can I aid?
just a little- Yes,
Yeah.
please aid.
I'm expecting Solomon Dasta to come out with like a red squeaky nose and like a water bottle flower.
Was
Do I
it
roll with
perception?
advantage, or are you rolling
Yeah,
as
if
well?
you're being assisted, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, plus.
So one of you rolls with advantage.
Blah. Oh, that's much better. Perception, right?
Investigation.
Investigation. Sorry.
Investigation.
Oh yes, roll 3 times. Take that last one.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that it was. Okay, the first one is 13.
Basil
me.
looking around. Wait, so was it Basil who was rolling, or was it Yrsa?
I rolled, but we could take Rachel's.
Oh, I didn't know you rolled. Okay,
I'm
what did
sorry.
you
No,
roll?
I was rolling in person. My B.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
I rolled a 15 plus 2, so 17.
This time we'll take Yrsa's. But
Wow. Okay. Sorry.
um,
Honestly, I'm still learning.
no, it's all good. It's all good.
I get it.
All of you looking around this room, it is, again, very gaudy. There's gold-lined things all over the place. There's beautiful silverware, and the table is beautifully made. There is a fireplace that is already currently roaring, and it makes the room this very comfortable, warmth and chill. Yrsa, looking around, I mean, where you're from, this is completely different. Like, this is not the experience you're used to. And you have not been in somewhere quite this gaudy and rich looking. Like, where you're from, you have a different style altogether anyways. But nothing about this room screams like this is a trap or
Right. Okay.
you're gonna die kind of thing. It just looks
For sure.
like it was a well-prepared meal for someone that knew somebody
A lot
was
of
coming.
money. Okay. Yeah. Very extravagant.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there anyone besides Gideon and Gak that are eating currently?
Yursa has like a small plate. If there's a salad available, that's what she's eating and just kind of
There
picking
is.
through. All right. Yeah.
Vey is standing kind of next to a chair and like looking at everyone like,
Yeah,
What are-
Basil's also standing and just.
yeah. Oh man. Vey kind of is just like got Franz. You do realize that's like really rude?
What?
I mean, normally you wait for the host before you sit down, you know?
Well, the guy said have a seat.
I know, it's just like a polite thing. I mean, and eating is... Alright, no, you know what? For sure. And
No,
he
I-
just eats.
I agree, but also, they didn't know we were coming here, so this is just really weird. Is
You
it
think
just
we're
me?
eating someone else's food?
No, but one, why would they have all of this food out and they weren't expecting us? We just kind of showed up and they said, eat.
Well, he sent
Because
us
no one did it out.
he
No,
sent us a
that's
letter.
like- He did send a letter, but he also didn't specify time when it was convenient for us.
Right. We
That's-
just kind of showed up.
Unless he just has food ready at all times. I'm not sure if that's reasonable.
Well, maybe they make food really fast because that one guard was gone for like an hour when we were waiting outside.
He probably just didn't want to come back to talk to us.
At this moment in time, on another side of the door, you guys can hear what sounds like a raised voice that's muffled behind it. I'm gonna see if this works, if it makes it sound like it's muffled. Does this sound muffled?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Please
On the
yell.
other side of the door, you hear, "What do you mean you're going to offer them a job? I've been here helping. They're just passing through. I can handle the beasts." Ugh, fine. But I don't work well with others. Come on, Billow. And you hear footsteps leading.
Is he coming in towards our direction or?
No, they on the other side of the door, you just hear the footsteps that are loud, and then they gradually get softer until you can't hear them anymore.
Mm.
And you do hear like a door shutting. Eventually, as you all are sitting there or standing there, a double door on the other side of the room is opened by the butler you saw before, and stepping through the door is a large, round man. His brown hair is slicked back with some sort of oil, as well as this handlebar mustache adorning his face. Behind his blubbery cheeks are these dull brown eyes. He wears very gaudy green and golds, well-made robes, and a very, very poofy doublet. I don't know how to say that word.
Doublet.
Yeah.
There you
He
go.
also holds this very decorated smoking pipe in his hands, and you see in front of you, if I can pull it up, Solomon Dosta.
Oh my god.
You're sorry.
As he walks
handsome.
in, he goes, "Oh, hello, everyone. My name is Solomon Dosta. If you would like to have a seat, please. I would love to talk to all of you."
Yeah. Rian would have stood when he entered the room and then sat when he told him to.
Gak would have been looking around and also trying to follow the standing and sitting stuff.
So you were sitting and eating, and then you stood back up, and then you sat back down.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As you all be seated, the butler pulls out Solomon's chair, which is a very ornate chair with like the blue and yellow cushion almost. As he sits down and goes, I hope that everyone has had their fill. You didn't have to wait on me. I hope you didn't wait on me."
Oh, good. No, I was really nervous there for a second.
"Well, thank you for
Excellent.
joining. I'm sorry." And he leans towards
Oh,
Gideon.
excellent.
"Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. That
It's
was
the best
imported
food
from.
Oh, it's the
Good.
best food
That's-
I've ever had. Yeah.
Good to hear. My chefs cooked it fresh. I saw you all making your way here and thought it'd be best to prepare a meal for my new friends."
Oh,
So, Solomon, or
Um,
Mayor Dosta, do you prefer?
Either or is fine with me.
Mayor Dosta, we received your letter. Thank you very much for that. It's very kind of you.
The pleasure is all mine. From what I heard, you all made short work of those beasts that attacked our denizens of Hambafort not but a couple hours ago.
So he's willing to throw ourselves into the fray to save those who are that can't protect themselves. But if I'm
It's
being
very noble of you.
thank you. But if I'm being entirely honest, I myself am I tend to trip over my words a little. So I think that it might be better if I have some of my companions do the talking, but I just wanted you to know that very thankful for your letting us into your abode and sharing a meal with us.
He smokes from the pipe, and you can see like this disgusting billow of smoke from his mouth as he goes, well, either way, I called you up here for, well, a couple of reasons, but the main reason, and I will get straight to the point. Over the past week or so, we've been having an increased number of beasts attacking people in our town, whereas before, of course, there were none. The town has no guards, and, well, I have sent word to Thursday, and hopefully they will be providing guards. I believe they've sent out a small troop of guards to accompany the town. I called you all here for a task, and it is a simple task. If you could, the guards will be here in about 2 to 3 days. If you could stay within the city until the guards get here, in the meantime, you could choose to investigate and have whatnot, the increase of the attacks. Of course, there will be payment if you stay and help protect the town, from whatever comes your way, the town's way. Also, with payment, I can accommodate anything else you would like. Of course, I also have Eldar. I'm not sure if you've met him. Fine gentleman. He has been looking into this as well, but with the increase in attacks, it seems that he might need some assistance. If you accept this task, of course, I will pay you all 50 gold to stay within the city, each. And, well, if you find out and investigate what is going on, I will pay you all 100 gold each. Of course, that is up to you.
Do you mind if I ask a few questions?
Sure. What is your name again?
Oh, my name is Yrsa Moonglade. It is a pleasure to meet you. I actually
Very
am
nice to meet
familiar
you.
with Hambafort before there was a mayor, so if you
Really?
excuse me, this is quite new to me.
Well, I hope that you have seen the improvements that I've been trying to make to the town.
Have I seen improvements?
Yeah, when I was here 2 years ago, is anything different aside from the big ass house?
Specifically, without asking more questions, Yersa, the only thing that you've noticed is repaired buildings, and that's it.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Then she's just gonna very gently nod. Right. So, all that being said, just a couple of questions as I'm still getting my feet about me being back in Hambafort. What all do you know about these attacks? Any information would help. We've been trying to ask around the best we can, and any information that you have might be something we don't already know, and that would give us a good start.
Yes, of course. As I look through my notes to make sure that I don't fuck this up. From what I know, I was appointed mayor here about 6 or so months ago. I have seen an increase in attacks against our townspeople, which looks to have started about 9 days ago. I know about 3 so far. 2 of the farmers, Darrow and Alfred, have been attacked, and the one that happened earlier today. Luckily, I have employed Eldar to sort these attacks out and remove the monsters and hopefully prevent people from being
And
injured.
Eldar. How do you know Eldar? Is he someone who lives in town? Did he pass by and just offer his services?
No, he helped with the first attack, which I believe was I believe it was Alfred, or I forget. But he brought proof of this monster to me. I paid him, and it seemed that there have just been attacks more recently, and I decided, because of the more recent attacks and the increase, and because the town has no guards at all, it would be best to employ someone who can handle themselves against such beasts. In the case that are incidents. Unfortunately, the people of Hambafort are resourceful, but not good in a fight.
I
So,
see.
why are all the guards gone? Why is
Well-
the only Eldar here to protect people?
I'm not sure what you know about the history of Hambafort, but this town is off to the side. It is not part of the normal route that people take between towns. It's kind of an offside town. And, well, the government of Valamine has not spent the money up until recently to start building upon this town, which is why I was appointed mayor here. And I have been trying my hardest to get Hambafort up and back into main society, which I think it's happening a little slower than I would like, but that is why there are no guards. The government hasn't paid to have guards here.
What did you do to become mayor?
Well, I own a trading company. It is a trading company known as, well, the Dosta Trading Company. And I provide shipments to towns here and there between the routes. And when you are noble status as I am, sometimes you are appointed a place of authority. The Valamine Empire and its government has seen that the Hambafort town could be prosperous. And, well, I was appointed mayor here. Is my introduction into authority. And I think I've been giving it a good shot so far.
So you just own a bunch of stuff and you can run the town now?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, very cool indeed, Gak. I think that's very interesting. It's quite
Yeah,
impressive.
that is a
actually.
fun name.
Ah,
Thank you.
Yes, Gak
It's
is
my
a-
dad's name.
Gak is a very funny
really?
person, as you can see. It's quite
I
the sense of
enjoy your
humor.
company.
Yes. You would not believe the laughs we've had.
I'm sorry, I did not catch your name. Any points to you? Joe?
Rian is my name.
Ryan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I do have just a quick question about Eldar, if I may. When he aided us in the fight against the Owlbears, I couldn't help but notice his skill with a bow and arrow. So it seems as though you've hired yourself very valuable defense to the city with him.
I believe so, yes.
I was just curious. When Eldar exactly arrived, it seemed like, well, right when you needed him, he showed up. And I'm just curious how he ended up in a small town like Griffin. Or Hambafort. Shit, sorry, I had the map pulled up.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, Rian. I employed Eldar after seeing his skills and seeing the increase in attacks. I don't know him. He just seems very well off with a bow and sword.
Right, but was he just traveling through the town and then you happened to see his marvelous bow and arrow skills,
And
or was he looking to settle down here?
I'm not making any assumptions. I promise you that. As I said, I just noticed his skill. And I'm glad that he's here. That's all.
Make a deception
John.
check.
While Joe's rolling, can I roll an insight check to how the mayor responded to that question? If he was defensive because he felt insulted versus he's nervous
go
about that
ahead.
line of questioning?
Oof.
Go ahead.
Ooh, deception +0. Ooh, that's gonna be a 12.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to DM you.
Okay.
Nice.
Run, Ryan,
Um,
run.
As that is all going down, Gak's gonna say, "Well, with this last one, we kind of just showed up and stopped it right when it was happening. So, and then he's trying to hire us, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said I wasn't making any implications. I just was wondering, like us, what was he doing beforehand? Where he could have become so trained.
I did not get into his personal life. I know that he is a sellsword, and he actually did come to me first.
Oh. I guess that would make sense. No guards in the city, maybe wanting to do a good deed. That makes sense.
I believe so, and, well, again, no guards. Eldar seemed like the best pick at the time, and now with, well, the group of you, it seems that I can have this city protected a little longer before the gods get here.
Gideon here. You mentioned you were hoping we might be able to find the source of this and be able to stop it. I believe that doing so would require us to leave Hambafort and head in the direction of the Shatter Spire, where all these creatures come from. Obviously, doing so would mean that we would not be in the town capable of protecting it. Would that be a problem?
The Shadow Spires are relatively close to the town. You believe they're coming from the Shadow Spires?
Can't say anything for certain, but in regards to the two farm attacks, it seems like that was the direction they were coming from.
No, I don't see an issue with this. I would just say don't be gone for more than a day, if possible. I do know that I did have a short conversation with Eldar. He seems to have an inclination about maybe what might be causing this. If you decide to take this task, and again, we can maybe hash out paperwork later. I believe he will be waiting for you shortly to require your assistance.
Oh, we're gonna work with Aldi?
Well, I will be employing both of you, and I would hope that both of my employees will work together to solve this horrible thing happening to the town, yes.
Of course.
Okay,
does
and that's...
feel about us working with him?
What was that?
How does Eldar feel about us working with him, if we choose to?
Eldar is more of a lone wolf, so to say. Not sure if you heard him storm out, but
Oh, yeah, we did. It was very loud.
he's a little annoyed, but he'll get around. Look, I can't afford anyone here to get hurt. And contrary to popular belief, I have heard what people in the town say about me, and that I haven't come out of my house, and that I don't care. I care very much. And the reason I've been in my house for so long is because of all of the improvements I'm trying to make. The one thing I cannot do is protect the city. I am, well, me. I own a trading company and I'm mayor. And as mayor, I'm using my power and money to hire people like you to fix the problem.
And I'm sure you have conversations with neighboring towns. Is that correct?
I have contacts in other towns, yes.
Have they experienced any similar problems than here? Like with
As of recently, I do not know. I've written letters to multiple towns to gather trade routes, to start trade routes between Hambafort and them, and I have not asked the question about these things. From my experience, things like this, not specifically this, but trouble happens all over the world. And, well, most of Valamine is in the wilds, so I assume that beast attacking is not uncommon. But I have not heard of anyone around, which the closest would be Thirstier, and I doubt they have any issues at all with beast attacks.
Right, because there is something very unique about the beasts that are attacking here, and I'm sure Eldar has informed you of this. That these beasts are not doing it because they want to, by any means. There is something else controlling them, pushing them to do so. There's
He takes
been a a trend of their eyes being red, and I've spoken to one of them.
Really? And he takes a puff from his smoking pipe. No, I've heard about the attacks and I've heard about the red eyes, but I didn't. You spoke to the animals.
Yes, I spoke to the owlbear that we unfortunately had to put down in town, and he was very much in pain and very much seems like he was doing this against his will, and any attempt to fight back was clearly met to no avail.
Eldar
And
mentioned this to you.
I don't believe Eldar has that power. Or no, I did not know this information, and that is unfortunate.
Mm. Very interesting.
well,
So, you said that it was just a couple of days because the guards are coming? Uno momento.
Bilingual.
Yeah, Gag.
That's
He
incredible.
can't read it. He can't read or write, but he can speak Spanish.
Wow.
Hold on. Give me a second. Can you hear
That's
that
okay.
in the background?
We did it every once in a while. Hopefully your baby's not falling out of there.
No, it's the
They
trying to
gotta
get the dog in.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of like this Dasta guy. He's fun.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's malicious.
No.
nah.
Unless
He's a little
he's just
quirky.
playing a character and he's just playing us right now. And he's gonna leave. We're gonna leave the room, and he's gonna be like, "Yes, they fell perfectly for my plan."
I'll tell you about that insight check once we're out of earshot.
Okay, so what was the question? I'm sorry. In this,
Gak said, so it's only a few days, right? Because of the guards?
This is right
Correct.
after
I-
Gak made eye contact with him while taking a bite of chicken.
yes, it's just interesting. Yes, it is a couple days. 2 to 3. I'm not entirely sure, depending on how slow the gods walk. But I would not expect anybody to stay within the town if they are not part of the guards or government for that much longer. So that's why I'm willing to pay handsomely for this task.
I think we should talk about it.
Well,
I agree.
I think that, of course, we should talk further, but I would like all of you to know, and you, Mayor Dosta, that if we can help the people of this town in some way, shape, or form from any type of creature, I think that that's something we should definitely do. I don't know how
That's
much...
what I was going to say when we talked about it.
Oh, good. So I guess
By the
we're
way,
talking
while-
about it.
While Rian and Gak are having this conversation, you can notice that the mayor is now just looking at you.
Vay turns and like does a little like head nod smile, and then he like continues looking back across the table.
What is your name?
Vay, nice to meet you.
That is very nice armor, Mr. Vay. You don't come from money, do you? I mean, that is not to be rude, but that is very, very expensive looking.
He pauses. He's like, I got friends in high places that like to give me gifts.
He actually just
Really?
told me that earlier today. I have the same curiosity, but we had just met this morning, and it's a very nice gift.
Anybody that needs trade?
Vay kind of pauses. He's like, I mean, I'm from the White Crest Mountains, and they're pretty isolated, and they don't like strangers all that much.
White Crest Mountains, all the way down here in Hambafort. I don't even want to get into how you made that journey. But the White Crest Mountains are a little out of Hambafort's league. Maybe we could talk another time. I do have routes within Riffin.
Well, if we find time for it, I'll be happy to talk with you.
Very well. Did you talk about the thing you wanted to talk about?
Oh, me?
No.
All of you.
We've all just been sitting here. Usually, when that happens, we talk about it as
Do you need to go into another room and talk? I have plenty of rooms. There's a study on the other side. Plenty of books and fireplace. Nice for talking. If you like, of course.
Well,
Can I take the food with me?
No.
I don't
Huh.
think that we have any need for secrecy.
Well,
I'm
that's
happy
good to hear.
do this.
I also would like to help. I used to be quite familiar with this town, even if I don't recognize much of it anymore. It is important to do some good. So if we can help, I would be delighted to be a part of it.
Very well. Is that a confirmation from all of you?
I'm in. I think it's a
Oh.
noble cause.
You see him set his smoking pipe down and clap his hands, and you see a couple seconds later his butler comes in and he whispers something to him, and then the butler runs off. He will be getting paperwork for signature and also retrieving the gold. And then you can start your task protecting the city and or investigating what is going on here. And eventually butler comes back with a piece of paper, and it's passed around to all of you, and it is a contract of that you all will stay within the city up to 3 days. You will be paid 50 gold each right now, and 100 gold each if you figure out what is going on and solve the issue. And it is a contract for the party.
When it
Do each of
gets
you
in
sign
front
it?
of Gak, when it gets in front of Gak, he's gonna pass it to Basil and say, "I can't sign unless you read it, right?"
Yes, Gak, thank you. And so Basil takes it and she looks over it and just coming from Money herself and knowing how shady people can be, she's just gonna try to see if there's anything that seems kind of off about the contract.
Reading it over, it's actually pretty straightforward. It's you are all expected to protect the town for the next 3 days is the main part to take away from it. The payment is written straight out in bold at the bottom. It is already signed by Solomon Dasta himself. Nothing seems shady about the contract. Not that you need to hand over an item or that you'll have to do any shady business at all.
And
It
so
does. You
I
do see in the contract, however, that you will be working with Eldar as well. Eldar has signed this contract.
and Eldar is completely fine with this.
Well, he signed it.
Damn.
Well, yes, but no.
If people sign something, doesn't mean that they're going to act civil when they don't agree with what's being made into a contract. I just want to ensure that no one in my party is given any trouble or hurt.
I highly doubt that if you will run into that issue with him or anybody. However, there are contingencies. If one of you hurts each other or attacks the other one, the contract is null and void. Your main goal is to protect the city, not attack each other. Eldar
What
knows
is-
this.
What does that mean? Null and void.
It means you will not get paid. And the contract becomes inusable.
So if Al attacks us, we don't get paid?
No, he would not get paid because he is the attacker.
Oh. So for each person. Okay.
Correct.
I think we are all capable of getting along.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt anybody.
And
Good.
Basil, did he pass around a pen quill
Yep.
ink?
A quill.
Okay.
Yep.
So Basil, beautiful handwriting, just quickly signs her name, how she was taught growing up, and then slides it over to Gak. You can sign it now, Gak.
So right underneath the beautiful handwriting, Gak turns the paper on its side, and he draws his little guy. It'll end up like this on the side, and he passes it on to whoever's near him.
Okay. Everyone signs?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. With that, the butler comes over and takes the paper. It is placed in a small box. And out from the box comes a pouch of gold for each of you. And it has the crest of the Dosta Trading Company on it. You look inside. If you choose to count it, there's 50 gold, and each of you can add 50 gold to your inventory.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Dosta is a demon. Love that. Yes, I am the demon all along.
Gak has so much money. This is great.
So, if there's nothing else, I believe Eldar has been waiting for you out front this entire time. He, again, has some sort of lead to what he thinks might be causing this.
Well,
Okay.
thank you for this meal then. We appreciate it.
Yes, and again, come back to me when you've figured it out. Or after the 3 days.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Goodbye. And he gets up and
Goodbye.
Gak was gonna call him by a name and then stopped himself because he didn't remember. He just thank you so much and then just pause.
Okay. So he walks out, and you guys are left in the dining hall. Eventually, the butler does come into the hall and escort you all out. And as you all walk outside, as the doors close, you can see, like, kind of arms crossed, leaning up against the sign of Dosta Manor. Outside the Iron Gate is Eldar and his Drake Billow.
Hello.
Hi.
You all's...
Hello.
Hello. Well, this isn't awkward at all.
I guess we're partners. No?
Yes. Look, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'm sorry for being an asshole earlier. I just don't like working with people.
That's okay.
Shocking.
What's that?
Shocking.
It appears that we will be working together for the foreseeable future, at least for the next 3 days. And as much as I dislike this greatly, and it cuts into my pockets, I did sign a contract, and I will do as much as I can to assist you all in finding out what the hell is happening in this town.
That seems very fair. Thank you for coming at this with a rational mind. I respect that.
Sorry for calling you Sword Man.
For what it's worth, I'm not sorry for calling you a fearsome warrior. And I'll give him maybe a bit too big of a smile.
Well, you would be right. I am a very fearsome warrior, but I will take the compliment. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that the best thing for us to do is... Mayor Dosta did share with us that you tend to work alone, and you like that. We'd like to
Very
respect
much
your
so.
boundaries in that aspect.
Mm.
So,
We can split up.
we can split up, exactly. I think that what would be best...
I do like that idea.
If you share with us what information you have, we break off into our own separate investigations, and at the end of every night, we let each other know what we found.
Well, I will say that my information seems kind of concrete. I'll share it with you, but you must go with me there. Otherwise, I fear you're going to take all the credit.
Whoa, why would you do that?
Joe is going, yeah, okay, bud. Take us to the cultist death room.
I just would like to interrupt real quick, Eldar.
Yes.
I don't really think that this is about taking credit or inflating egos. It's about helping the town. That's what it should be
No.
about.
Oh, totally. Yes, helping the town.
Inside check.
I don't even
Yeah.
need to roll.
Like, that's convincing.
What is one inside?
Vey, by the way, while this is happening, you hear, I don't like this guy. Not at all, actually. This guy's an asshole.
Yep. They will kind of look up and he's like, not to be insulting at all, because you've been so nice so far. If we pay you, will you be nicer? Like if I give you like a few gold a day, will you just be quiet? Is that like I see you?
Yes, I will.
All right. Faye's gonna hand over 4 gold to keep this man quiet and nice.
Thank you, friend. And he puts it in his pouch.
Ooh. That was a good idea.
Is that all you have to do to make people be nice?
Me, specifically, yes.
Oh,
What did you roll, Yursa?
15 total.
Okay. It's really not hard to see. This
Yeah.
conversation you've had with him this entire time, you can tell he's more money driven
Yeah.
than.
Well, he hates him.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Well, Eldor, if you might at least share with us basically what you have so we know what we're walking into. I, for one, like to have a plan before I walk into any situation.
Right. Well, basically, I've been doing some scouting along the area, and it seems that most of the attackers have said that these beasts have come from the Shatter Spires, or the forest surrounding.
Yes, we know.
Good. Good that you know.
Rian's
I
gonna look
also
towards
know.
Basil and be like, yo, dog, chill.
Nah,
Where-
you're just like, let's give it to him.
Where the Mallow Grove and the Shatterspire Forest meets, I found a very interesting sight. There's these weird plants that I've never seen before, and I have been in the woods quite often. These plants I've never seen. They don't look native to the area, and quite honestly, I think that one, I'm not going to eat a plant. I'm not going to test out what it does. I saw it and had to talk to the mayor. I believe that these plants that are relatively close to the town might be the cause of it. I just don't have the expertise to figure out what the hell these things do.
did you say you told the mayor?
I told him I have an inclination of what's going on.
But you're not telling him anything?
Not
And
the important information.
But he hired you to tell him the important
He hired me to protect the town and figure out what's going on. He didn't hire me to tell him what I've found.
But isn't that typically what you do when you have someone hire you and they ask you to figure it out? You
I
tell them?
think when Eldar, I think that he was just trying to make sure that he had concrete proof of whatever was happening before he worried the
Yes.
mayor. Like trying to be like, we can talk about this later. I don't like him either.
Yeah, has Yursa seen any of these plans? Or are these like also like so new that even she hasn't even seen something like this before?
Well, he's just talking about them. You haven't seen them physically yet.
Okay. But like on our like mine and Rian's journey into town, we didn't see anything weird like that.
No, you guys came out from a different part of the woods. He's
Okay.
talking about
Yes.
where, like, where the Shatterspire Forest and the Malgrove kind of like conjoin.
Overlap. Okay.
Look, I don't know how often he's talking to Basil. I don't know how often you been in contract with people or been paid for your services, but it's best not to give all of your information up front. Sorry if that seems shady.
Rian's gonna put a
Keep all
hand
your
on Basil's
information up
shoulder,
front.
just kind of like.
I help people come back from the dead for a living, so I understand shady.
Oh, well, if we are attacked by beasts and I or anyone here goes unconscious, I'm glad we have you by our side.
Don't say it. I know what you want to say.
Well, okay, so you're stepping in. All right, so perhaps we could all go out to this location of these strange flowers. I think myself and Basil have an affinity towards plants, and it would be nice for us to take a look at them.
Good. I would say that it is a couple hours away, and we should probably wait till morning, as it is getting dark
That we
now.
could do.
Well, I guess that we can split up for now and meet back at where? The Green Dragon?
I say we meet at the bar.
That
That's
is the Green Dragon.
Then we agree.
Good. Anything else you need from me? And he looks at all of you and side glances at Basil.
Would like to make one suggestion to this plan.
Yes.
If it's possible for you to give us directions to head there, I feel like it would make much more sense to leave you here in case there are more attacks. Apparently, you have some
No.
sort of. Well,
I am
apparently
not
your
giving that
contract-
information.
Well, I read our contract, and it says that once it's stopped, we all get paid 50 more gold. Your name is also on that, which means that no matter who stops it, you're getting paid as well. Along with that, you're apparently getting killed. You're apparently getting money for each beast that you're killing, which we don't have any sort of contract on that. So it seems far more lucrative for you to remain here.
You're very smart. But no,
I can.
I'm
read.
not giving you that information. Good. I hope all of you can read.
That
Yeah.
can be very offensive if you don't know who's in the group.
Oh
I'm just
Sorry.
It's important to speak kindly because you never know who is going through something or what they are incapable of doing. And they paid you money.
Yeah.
He looks.
Vay has his hand over his mouth because he was going to giggle at that, and then he was like, Basil's gonna kill me. So
What?
If you want, you can give
apologize.
Vay back one of your gold.
Absolutely not. It's mine now. What is your name? And he looks at you, Gideon.
Gideon.
Yes. Gideon. That is a great idea. I should totally tell you where these flowers are and you could head over there. But again, it is getting dark. Let's just wait till morning. And we can all go there.
So what if
Where
the
are you staying,
village is
by
attacked?
the way?
I own a small abode in the town.
How long have you lived there?
Well, I purchased it 2 days ago because of, well, have the means to. I don't plan on staying there.
Do you have any extra rooms for us to stay there with you?
No, I'm all out, unfortunately.
Oh, that's all right.
It's okay. I'm sorry that I don't have extra rooms.
That's okay. It really is.
I am getting tired of physically and this conversation at this moment in time. So I think I'm going to call it a night.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Good night.
we'll see you in the
We
morning
shall
then.
meet back at the Great Dragon in the morning. That is right.
All right. Nice to finally have a conversation with you all. As he turns around and kind of pats his Drake on the shoulders, and they start walking off down the path.
Rian is going to
leaving you
lean
behind.
over towards Vey and be like, I think that you should request a refund because that was not a satisfying purchase at all.
I think that had he been an Emita, Basil would have strangled him right in front of us all, and we would have had to be witness to manslaughter or murder, I guess. So it's kind of good that, he wasn't as bad as he could have been. I think my money went really far. No death happened, so.
It's a good point.
I
Didn't think
think
As
of
it's a
long
it.
as
good
he
idea.
knows who he's dealing with. Of course, I bring people back from the dead, but I can also put them there.
Rian's eyes are going to get a little wide at that, and then he's going to bring him back down.
But we do have to work together on this. It's
Yes, I know. However, I do think someone, maybe we should take shifts and have someone sit outside of his humble abode. Did we see where he even went? Can we see him? Can we see him?
You can see him walking down the path right now, yeah.
I'm
Would
not
we-
sure if that would say distrust already if we have to work together, if someone's watching his home. It may be a good idea if a few of us take shifts to just be up in the tavern in case something goes wrong in the night, another attack happens, and we can sleep in shifts. I think that would be a good idea. I'm just, if we have to work together, I worry us staying outside his home would be not in good taste.
I agree. We need to at least put on a front of camaraderie. I wanted to be very clear to all of you that I do not like that man at all.
No.
No. No. No.
I will try to dial it down.
Rian nods.
I don't
I
know
can't
about you guys.
But I will try.
Rian nods a little slower at that one.
What was that?
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to go look for it now.
He did tell us where it was, didn't he?
He did.
He
And then
said it's down in the woods, right?
Where the Shadowspire meets the Mallow Grove. He told us where it was and then said he wasn't going to tell us where it was.
You're assuming he's being honest.
I guess that's right. Me trying to look at John. What's your face saying, bud?
I mean, if we really think he's gonna do something in the middle of night, go somewhere, do something like that, I mean, I don't think sitting outside of his room is the best option, but I don't know. And then he, looks at everyone, and he's just kind of I mean, I was gonna say, one of us pretend we like him and, try to make a friend, but I'm realizing I don't think anyone's a good enough actor for that. So...
I recommend that we follow his lead completely tomorrow, and should it somehow miraculously be fruitless, then we conduct our own investigation the next day without him. Tell him whatever lie he needs to hear and then ditch him.
So, tomorrow, if he's trying to show us where we, get in front of him? And, we go there first? Is that what you said?
No, we work with him tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you said lead.
No, follow his lead. So, since...
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I could have sworn you said that we were going to lead him. And I was like, I think he knows where to go more than we do.
We're gonna listen to him tomorrow, and then we're not.
Okay.
Cool.
I honestly don't know which part of this conversation was the most painful. I'm gonna say all of it.
I-
Um,
Why don't we
we
just
go?
go back to the tavern?
I feel like Gak is only ever playing 2D chess, but to everybody else, he's like playing 7D time travel chess with his conversations.
So are you guys heading back to the tavern?
I suppose so, yeah.
Okay. So as you all head back to the tavern, are you watching Eldar?
I don't think so, no.
Nah.
No, I think we'll like keep an eye as to which direction he goes, and just kind of make note of his houses nearby, and just kind of, pack that away for later. But
Maybe sit at a window and stare out at his house.
our room has a good window seat.
Let's get a sting
Vega's
operation
not-
going.
May is not being subtle about like just staring at this man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, halfway through, as you guys kind of get to the thoroughfare, the long road that goes through the town, Eldar is also walking down that road.
Oh God, we said
and he-
goodbye and then walked the same way.
Fuck! People.
You watch him turn his head a little bit, and then he disappears.
God.
Wait, like invisible?
Wait, like actually?
What a fucking dick.
When he's turning his head, Vey is absolutely gonna wink at him before he, out of nowhere.
Yeah, he sees you do that, and he winks at you, and then disappears.
No, it was supposed to be mean. Okay, well, fine.
What happened?
I think
Yeah,
Eldar winked at Vey.
I'm gonna be honest. I started that. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to be sarcastic with it.
Did anyone
Well,
see
I
where he went?
You became the designated person to pretend to like him.
No.
I
Um,
honestly, Vey, I don't know what it is about you. You just have this really charismatic personality. I think that you are the best actor in the group.
I have to
But-
agree.
Yeah.
You have very nice
But-
armor, and that might be something that attracts him.
He does like
being
wealth.
weird.
But they, if you don't feel comfortable with this, we're just throwing out the idea. We're not telling you, so we don't expect anything.
He like pauses and he's like, I will take that into consideration. I feel like this might be bullying, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna save my reaction on that. But yeah, I'm going to bed. He's trying to get away from this group as fast as possible.
So
That's
as you so as Vey rushes into the tavern, and you all slowly trickle in afterwards, I think this is a good point to take a break.
Yes.
As you all get into the tavern and
I need
maybe
more
start to talk
water.
about
water.
start talking about your conspiracy theories. All right, so let's take like a 5-minute break and then come back and keep this thing going.
Yes.
Yummy.
We'll be back
BRB.
in a bit. We're back.
Hey, we're back. We're gonna get right into this game, baby. Serious face. So, as the party is walking back into the town of the town of Hambafort, you all make your way into the Green Dragon Inn. Vey quickly makes his way upstairs, away from the party. As the rest of the party you enter, you can see Alan is kind of cleaning up things. There's like one patron in here at this time. He looks over to all of you and goes, "Oh, hello everyone. How's it going?"
Eh,
How are you?
Business is actually pretty good.
Good.
Again, there's been a couple more people that have come through here. Never met them before, and seemed like they were traveling to Riffin or something. I don't know. A lot of people coming through here now.
Are they trade people?
Yeah, they said they were. They had to stop in to get some things, and then, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, looks like the mayor's doing it.
What is the mayor doing?
Oh, he's trying to get more trade to happen here. He said he's been working on it, and it seems
Really?
like it's working because there's lots of people.
That makes a lot of sense. Huh. Didn't think he was doing anything, actually. Now that you mention it, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think he's doing a lot of stuff inside.
You just improved
Well-
the mayor's approval rating by like 10 points in this small town.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, is there anything I can get you all? Or are you all calling it a night? By the way, the room's on me.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so nice of you.
Well, I like y'all. You're all good people.
I love you,
And you did.
Alan.
Who said that?
I don't know. That was weird.
That's
Go.
really nice of you, Alan. So what does it mean?
It means that you get a room for the night for free. You don't have to pay me. I mean, you did save the town. So,
well, thank
only
you.
makes sense. Of course. Do you need any drinks? That won't be on me. If you get drinks or food, you'll have to pay. I still got to keep this place running.
That's only fair.
I'll take it upstairs though. Got some work to do tonight before I turn in.
All
What
right.
time?
Currently, right now, it's probably like 7:30-ish.
I'll also have an ale, please.
All right. Anyone else?
I'll have one.
Just some water would be fine. Thank you.
All right. Well, for Basil, Gak, and Gideon, Yursa, anything?
Oh, water is fine as well.
All right. I saw Vey run upstairs. Does he need anything, or?
If you could get me a nice wine, I'll take it up to him.
All right. Well, for those having ale, it'll be about 4 copper pieces. For your wine, it'll be about 2 silver pieces.
That's fine.
Gak's gonna pull out a silver piece and set it on the table and just slide it over because he doesn't want to do the math or know the math of what the copper is, so he just gives him a silver.
He takes it and goes, "Thank you, Gak. Are you sure you don't need change?"
I don't think so.
Shh.
Well,
We'll cover it later.
You're great just the way you are, Gak. You don't need change.
Thank you. That's what my mom always said.
And she sounds like a wonderful woman.
Yeah, she is.
I'm gonna go get the drinks for you all. I'll be back. Unless you had a question, Basil.
No, I was just telling Gak I'm sure his mother misses him so much.
I miss her.
I'm gonna get the drinks. And he turns around and walks to the back.
I
And you
miss
all are
my
left there at
mom.
the table.
Well,
Look at what
maybe you
you've
could
done,
write a
Basil.
letter. You can write. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Perhaps you could draw her a picture of your adventures that you've been on so far and send it back home.
I don't know.
That would be-
I wouldn't know how to get it to her.
Is there a postage system? Courier service?
You think Gak knows his home address?
There is a courier service, yes.
I'm sure that we could just say a small farm in, well, outside of the city closest to where your farm is in Syria. Might be good enough. I don't. Joe doesn't know how exact the address. I don't know if you have like P52 Wallaby Way or something, you know. Like...
No.
Or just documenting your experience is a great start, and then when you go back home to visit, you can read her. You can show her a number of your drawings of your adventures.
Yeah, that one might work. I don't think someone would be able to get to my house. So,
Why?
what?
Why?
It's just it's hard to
get to your house.
It's just hard to get there. There's lots of stuff in the way.
Such as?
Trees,
Mm-hmm.
animals.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people get there, so
Okay, then I think Yrsa had the best idea of drawing
yeah.
your adventures as they happen, and then showing them to her when you one day return home.
Yeah, I think so.
And Gak's going to take a spell book and he's going to flip it to the back page and then flip it upside down. And then he'll start drawing stuff
Okay.
on the back side.
Okay, that's nice.
Wait, Rian, can you hold still?
And he's gonna be keep looking at you and looking down.
Rian looks sad.
Gak draws a stick figure with a sad face.
Oh.
I'll draw the rest of you later.
There's a lot of work.
Looking.
At this point, Alan does come over with the drinks and hands them out. If you need anything, I will be behind the bar. A couple more hours, so take your time. Don't feel rushed to go to bed at all. Enjoy the fire. Did you find what you were looking for, by the way? I know you had questions earlier.
We found
More
enough.
Gotcha. I understand.
Do
Well-
you know where Eldar lives?
That's that hunter guy, right?
The guy with the green dog.
Looked more like a drake to me, but
No, I agree, but we talked to that one farmer. He said it was a green dog.
was that Daryl?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Or Phil. I don't know which one.
Who?
It was last name Gak. It was. I'm gonna go take this wine to Vey, and he's gonna pick up the wine and his
Oroville.
water, and he's
Not
gonna leave.
That's funny. I haven't even thought about that. Thank you, Gak.
Yeah, you should call him Phil.
I will next time I see him. I'm sure he will be very confused.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are a funny person, Gak. I'm gonna go in the back. he's gonna walk up.
Thank you, Alan.
All right. Well, I do have some work tonight before I get some sleep, so I think I will be retiring to my room for the evening. I'll see you all in the morning then.
Yeah. Should we just meet down here when the sun's up?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that would be the best thing to do. As soon as the sun is up, we will all meet down here.
Okay, cool.
Good night, everyone, and Gideon will head upstairs.
Good night, Gideon.
Got
Good night, kitten.
So Gideon heads upstairs. Rian you have already left and started to head
Yeah.
upstairs. Basil, Gak, and Yursa, you are still downstairs. Is there anything you'd like to talk about before heading to bed?
Gak is going to stay down there for however long other people that he knows are down there.
Okay.
Oh.
That's so sweet.
Is that including Alan?
No.
Hey, Alan.
I'm
Are you-
tired.
Do you
I'm
ever
so
leave?
I'm getting real tired.
It's almost the light's almost on now.
Almost on. Oh God.
Basil and Yursa?
Yeah, Ursa actually wanted to talk to Gideon, which is not because he left, but that's okay. I think she would sit down there for a short time, just kind of making small talk with the two of them, probably trading lovely little plant-based recipes with Basil,
Yes.
and helping Gak draw some of the images from today's adventure. But then she would probably head upstairs to start settling down herself. It's gonna take her a while to get used to sleeping inside a place like this again.
Yep.
But as she goes upstairs, she is gonna kind of knock on Gideon's door. I assume we know where each others are sleeping.
Just as a side note,
Sure.
not that we need to talk, but Gak, when Yursa is helping you draw, you can tell that Yursa is actually a very good painter. Just a thing you notice. But as Yursa, as you walk up and knock on Gideon's door,
Hang on. You
She
hear
will
this,
hang
like,
on.
Yeah, you hear this movement and like some glass kind of like clinking and stuff. And then Gideon opens the door like,
weed.
yeah, man. Gideon is also cool. Nah, you see he opens the door and he has like, I want to say they're goggles, but it's just one. So it's like a monocle goggle that's covering his one eye that's exposed. And he also has like this cloth that's like wrapped around his like nose and mouth and it appears to be damp wet. Yes.
Is this a bad time?
No. No, I was just working on the experiments that I told Basil I would do, so I was just getting those set up.
Oh.
You're
Well,
fine.
If you had a free moment, I thought we could have a short talk before bed.
All right. Would you like to come in?
If that's all right.
He opens the door and steps aside.
What is the catastrophe I'm looking at? Like his experimentation.
It's not bad. So
Okay.
you guys haven't seen like Gideon's bag, but he has like this quite long, like rectangular bag that looks like it's pretty well built. I mean, like he looks like a fucking Death Stranding character, like when he has it on. But yeah, like as it's opened up from like the
Does
top, there's all these like different compartments.
Does
Joe,
Gideon drink
wasn't that
Monster
funny?
Energy? Does he drink Monster
Yo,
Energy? Does he
hell
pee
yeah,
on
he does.
ghosts?
Hell yeah. He
I
does.
don't understand this reference.
Guys need to play Death Stranding. It's a fucking wild game.
It's a wild game. But anyways, but yeah, he just has the the black coarse like material that Basil gave him, and they're separated into all these like different jars. One's like by itself. One seems to be mixed with some other dirt that Gideon obviously probably pulled while he was out today. Some has some water added to it, and just like a few various others. But it seems like he's just kind of doing different, kind of just like very basic tests to kind of see what this stuff's going to do to the material he shares it with.
question:
And yeah,
has Gideon already started these experiments?
I mean, he started prepping them because
Okay.
it's what he did when he left. So he's gotten however far, however long it took Ursa to come up. That's how far into it he's gotten.
Okay, we'll say that you haven't started adding components into the glass vials yet.
Okay, he's separated them then. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, then he's just started separating them, and you see various other materials that he's probably going to later mix with them.
Yeah, as soon as she walks in and sees it, she's like perplexed because she's never seen anything quite like I guess a more scientific way of looking at things. So she's just kind of like holding her skirts close together, just kind of hunkering in on herself, just leaning forward, looking into each of the little glasses, just squinting her eyes, and she doesn't want to touch anything. She doesn't know what it is, but she's very curious, just confused. Have you figured anything out yet?
I haven't really started yet. I was doing just baseline separation. I didn't take a ton of material to work with, but I wanted to separate it out to get the most out of each component that I could. So hopefully by morning I'll have concluded something.
You've done stuff like this before.
Not often. This is just basic testing, though. Adding foreign material to see the effect that this matter in particular, kind of motioning to the black again, will have on it. It's fascinating in a way, but I want to know the extent of how dangerous it is.
You can see her just kind of staring at it for a long time. It would be very helpful to know. I hate to see and hear about someone's garden dying and potentially spreading.
Agreed. But this isn't what you came up here to discuss, I assume?
No, I just was curious about a number of things, actually, and I hope you don't mind. You're very astute today. You took a lot of really good notes, and I appreciate that.
Thank you. It was,
I was just... Go ahead, sorry.
It was what I did at my last job. I used to work guarding the borders between the empires. There was many times that paying attention was good enough to solve things.
Why did you leave?
Complicated. Good people there. It's a good job, but it wasn't my place. I wanted to do more things, and couldn't do it while I was there.
Right. And that's what brought you here.
Indirectly, yes.
And have you traveled around the world as much, or is this your first stop?
Oh, no. I've only been traveling for a few weeks now. Recent job change.
I see. Well, it seems as though many of us have that in common.
Indeed.
No, I was curious, especially when we were handling the situation with the owlbear, and I get a sense of some type of magic coming from you, and I will admit I've been stuck at home for a long period of time, and it's been a long time since I've been out and about. And your type of magic, I don't ever remember sensing before. And I was just interested if you'd be willing to share where it comes from.
Is that why you were staring?
You can see she just kind of smiles softly. I truly did not mean any disrespect. I was curious.
I don't think people mean much by it when they do stare, but it happens often. I get defensive. Sorry about that.
You don't need to apologize. I mean, look at me. I have flowers growing from my hair, and I'm pretty sure not everyone is teal. And she kind of smiles.
Yes, but you are what you are. Your magic is nature-based, if I'm familiar with it correctly.
That is right.
Mine is not. Oh. How much time do you have?
Kind of opens her hands. as much as you're willing to share, I understand it's only the short time that we've known each other, but I was just interested. Again, I've been away. And if we're gonna work together, this is something that I genuinely wish to know, if you're willing to share.
Trust is important amongst any group working together. And today, you all jumped into the fray without any thought of self or reward or compensation, unlike others I could mention. I feel like that alone is warrant enough of some first steps. Perhaps it would be good for me to talk about it again anyway. As I said, your magic is natural, and he'll reach up and he'll undo the scarf around his neck, and he'll grab the collar that he has like kind of popped up on his jacket, and he'll pull it down. And you see much more of the blue, almost kind of scale-like skin that you've started to see at like the very baseline of his neck and around his eye that's covered. But you're also very familiar with what gills look like as you see them on the side of his neck. Mine's not. Natural.
You can see her brows furrow a little bit as she's very confused.
Perhaps I should just give you the summary first.
Just very slowly nods her head.
I don't remember much of what happened. Magic was used on me in some way, but I was captured at a young age, I believe, taken or sold or something. I don't really know exactly. And I was in the presence of a man who wanted to use magic to expand what humanoids were capable of. And so he did something to me, and Gideon kind of just like looks down at his arm, which again, like every part of Gideon is covered, like except for his face, but you can probably only imagine like what's under there. He wanted to create an improved form of soldier. I wasn't the first, but I was the last. I got lucky. A couple years ago, a group of adventurers, not unlike the rest of you, came and killed the man and ended up setting me free. Gave me a life back.
Wow. I am so sorry that happened to you.
I was the lucky one.
Right, and I know that you don't seem like someone who just goes around wanting pity from people, and I hope you know that I'm not pitying you by any means. I think you, in the short time I've already known you, you're very strong. You're very intelligent, you're very caring, you're very passionate for clearly doing what is right. And I cannot imagine. Do you mind if I do something?
I'm gonna have to ask you to be a little bit more specific than that.
I truly believe that there's more ways than one to see someone. Yes, I admit I was staring for a little while, and I'm sure you've gotten many stares throughout your life. I know that feeling well, but we don't always see with our eyes. And she kind of points to where you're like covering your face with where the blue's kind of peeking out.
Mm-hmm.
Do do you mind if I touch your face? She says this very genuinely.
Which part?
Whatever you're comfortable with.
He nods.
And she'll give you a very, like, kind smile. She's not trying to be weird at all. She's just going to walk over and just gently put her hand on your face. And can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
Go.
What are you trying to ascertain?
Just getting vibes, man. Yours is weird.
What is that?
What'd you say?
What is that?
Just
Okay.
yeah, just magical vibes. Like what is that blue glob thing? What is
Yeah.
the magic that's radiating out of there? Is it really strong? Is it like what is it? You know. I mean,
Go ahead
obviously I
and make an
can't cast
Arcana check.
identify, but just getting an idea.
Identify. Gideon is a person.
A plus. A 17.
So, magical. Actually, do you want to describe what she would get from that, Gideon? Or do you want me to?
You go ahead first, then I might add something on at the end,
Okay.
if that's all right.
Yeah. So, the essence you get from this is definite magic.
Mm-hmm.
However, again, you are very nature based and you can tell natural versus unnatural. This you are quickly riddled with an unnatural feel. And the magic isn't like this overwhelming source of magic. It's faint, but not faint enough to go off the radar. Obviously, it's hard to pinpoint what exactly this is, but you definitely, the most you get out of it is the unnatural feeling of some sort of unnatural magic was used on Gideon at some point.
Adding on to that, which it's a little bit more of the same, but it's just like as you can, like, as you're someone who's very familiar with magic and has been able to sense it, this just like feels off. It's like someone tried to like replicate what magic feels like but doesn't get it quite right. It's almost like uncanny valley of magic, to where like, yes, this looks like magic, but something's wrong and something's off. You know, it's like an AI drawing a flower versus seeing a real flower. Just like it looks wrong.
Yeah, and as she gets that, you know, when she initially touched her face, she closed her eyes, she took a deep breath, and there was just probably like the sense of warmth radiating. And you can see her brows just kind of furrow for a split second. And she opens her eyes and just looks at you. Gideon, I don't know what was done. But what I do know is that just from what I've seen today, it's not always the make of someone, but it's their actions and what they put into the world that really matters. Thank you for sharing with me. I apologize if I overstepped at all.
You're fine. I called myself the lucky one. I wasn't saying that ironically. Despite whatever happened, it could have gone much worse. Like I said, I wasn't the first. I know there were others. And I know that they were not good enough. And yet, I have a chance to do more. I've already started to take steps to help people. And hopefully I can keep doing that.
And you will. I can see it. And not just with my eyes. You have a very good heart, Gideon. And I'm glad I get to travel with you. And I'm excited to get to know you more.
Thank you. It's nice meeting all of you. I don't do well with groups. Meeting a lot of new people at once makes me nervous. Not
You are
everyone's
quiet.
back at work. They said I talk too much sometimes, but when you meet new people, like I said, I think most people don't try to be rude, but you see enough looks and you assume, you get defensive. But one-on-one, I already talked with Rianne a little bit. And I'll make my way with the others as well. It just might take some time, but I'll get there.
I know you will. Gideon's easier. Not Gideon. Rian's easier. Rian's easier to crack than he puts on.
He
He really
doesn't look
is.
that hard. I've seen Gak and him interact several times.
That's true. I don't think you'll have any problems with anyone here.
I agree. Hopefully
But
I can.
I have taken up enough of your time. Please, back to your experiments. Be safe. That is very important, as we learned earlier today, and I am going to figure out sleeping arrangement.
Don't you have your own room?
Yes, I do. It has been a long time since I've slept inside.
Oh. I see. Well, good luck to you then. Just be safe, whatever you do. Not sure if you've heard, but there's been wild animal attacks lately.
News is spreading like wildfire, you are right.
Yeah.
Good night, Gideon.
Good night, Yrsa.
And Yrsa will go to her room and contemplate a bed.
Gideon, are you experimenting?
Yes.
Okay. So, what experiments are you? I know you have 3 vials of this black dust / dirt.
Yep.
What
So
experiments?
one he is leaving completely on its own because he wants extended study of what is going to happen if it's receiving no nutrients at all whatsoever in such a small group. For the second one, he's going to take just some water from like his flask and he's going to add to it because obviously dirt needs like water and stuff to help plants grow. So he wants to see specifically how does water interact with this substance.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the third one, he's taken a little bit of other dirt, probably from like the oat farm, to be honest, like some good like planting dirt, and he's mixing it with the material to see what happens.
Okay. So, the vial of dirt that you leave on its own, well, the vial of black dirt that you leave on its own, so far, after leaving it for a long period of time, does not change.
Mm-hmm.
As you place the other dirt with this black soil, you see that the black dirt mixed with the fresh brown earth, the brown dirt starts to turn black. Upon closer inspection to this, you can see the black dirt substance almost start to like pull the regular dirt into itself and consume it. And this process takes about an hour. With the water, the black dirt, as soon as the water hits, it's like oil in water. It seems unnaturally trying to escape this water. However, as you watch it and upon closer inspection, the black dirt seems to absorb the water rather quickly in the process of about 10 minutes. The water that is absorbed, you are left with this black mound of what looks like sludge. And over time, this sludge weirdly undulates and moves ever so slightly every 5 minutes or so.
Hmm. That's concerning. Okay. Gideon's gonna cork all of these
Mhm.
and put them back in his bag. And it's late. He doesn't know if Basil's still awake, so he will talk to her in the morning about that.
Okay. So as you call it a night with your experiments, left with these weird information, Rian.
Yeah.
You get to Vay's door with the wine.
He doesn't knock that hard. He just he like it's like a light knock. Vay, I have a feeling you went up to your room to cry into your pillow, but I think I might have something that might make it a little easier.
There's like a long pause, and then you hear like the shuffle of feet, and like the door doesn't open all the way. It's just kind of like a crack as he peeks out, and he's like, "What?" kind of thing.
He does like a small wave and says, "I don't know if you're a fan of wine, but," and he gestures up the cup that he brought.
They would like instantly kind of pull the door open a little bit more, but he's blocking like his room with his body, so you can't see in. And he's like, thanks, I appreciate that. It's been a trying day.
Yes, mentally and physically. Anyway.
Right.
Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
I just think, honestly, I'm more scared of the awkwardness than the monsters that are running around. It's kind of, I'm not gonna say I cried about it, but it's really ruining my night. As he kind of like drinks some of the wine.
Do you wanna talk about it, or?
No, I don't. I want to sleep.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, Yursa and I are just staying right over there.
Right. Thank you.
No
Have a
problem.
good night.
Yeah.
You
too, Vay.
like closes the door.
Rand's gonna like
Rian,
walk away just a little bit and be like, "What a strange man."
Oh no.
Sorry,
Vay,
John. I
is
didn't
there
mean to cut you
anything
off.
No, you're good. Vay, is there anything you're doing? this night?
No, he's just going through his stuff again, all the letters and papers and stuff, and rereading them and organizing them as always.
During the night, you do hear a familiar voice echo as she just says, "Oh, there's another one," and whoever this person is really wants to see you. I've probably dispelled 5 of these today.
Right. I'm sorry about that, Echo. That's not, that's not good of him. That's not good of him. That's
I mean,
rude.
it's fun. It keeps me on my toes.
Right. Well, I appreciate your efforts. I'm not sure if I can do anything about that other than just say I'm sorry.
Oh, no need. I mean, you're taking me where I need to go, so no problem.
Right. As he kind of like finishes the wine in like one big thing and just kind of crawls towards the bed and just kind of lays down flat. Just face.
I'll stop bothering you. It seems like you need some.
Thanks, Echo. And just
Well, good night.
yeah, he just goes silent.
Okay. Gak, are you doing anything this night?
Gak is just going to be sitting down in the tavern for however long Basil's there. Because Basil's still left down there.
Right, you're muted.
Basil.
Basil goes upstairs after Ursa was decided to leave. Right, Gak, well, sounds like we have a big day ahead of us, so I suggest we go get some sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will in a bit. I'm not really tired right now.
Do you know where your room is? Do you need it to be shown to you?
I think I can find it.
Okay. Well, if you do need any help, I'll be the third door on the left after you go up the stairs. You can knock on my door if you need anything.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime during the night, okay? Don't be nervous about waking me up. I'm a very light sleeper.
Okay.
Good
Good
night.
night, Basil.
Good night. And Basil just kind of taps his shoulder and then goes up the stairs to her room.
And Gak will probably just sit at the table for a bit, just thinking. And then he's going to pull out his book, and he's about to start drawing something, and then he's actually going to get up and walk over to Alan.
Oh, hey, Gak.
Hey, I was gonna draw something, and then I didn't want to do it in my book because I want to take it out, and I don't want to rip any of my book pages. Do you have any extra paper?
Yeah, here, hold on. And he reaches down and pulls out, it looks like a book to keep tabs on like rooms and things. And he rips a page out, gives it to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate it.
Hey, you said my name correctly.
Yeah, I think hopefully I remember.
Well, is that all you need, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna head off to bed.
All right. Well, I'll be around for a couple more hours, and I'll be heading off to bed as well. So,
Oh, well,
need anything, I'll be here.
all right. Sleep well, Alfred.
And Gak's going to turn around and start to walk
He
up.
was, you just hear, he was doing so good.
Yeah, Gak's going to have trouble sleeping because he's just kind of excited with all this new information. But he's going to draw a little bit on his spare piece of paper before heading to
Okay.
bed.
Okay. Basil, anything you're doing before heading to bed?
Sorry for being a walnut. So being an elf, they don't have to sleep a whole night, right?
Nope, 4 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna, of course, get the 4 hours, but I'm just gonna sit up by the window, and, not obviously, I'm gonna be looking outside just to kind of keep tabs on everything, but not do it do I see Eldar or any animal? It's just kind of a sneaky kind of look outside a window.
The window that you currently have looks out to the back alleyway.
Amazing.
You don't see there. It's a back alleyway. You see kind of houses down, but you don't see Eldar. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh,
My
natural
God.
one.
Oh,
Unfortunately, this back alleyway is not lit by any lantern light at all. So looking outside in the pitch black, it's other than the immediate alleyway beneath you that you would assume that Alan traverses back and forth from the kitchen. You can't see much else. However, you do hear something. You hear sound of a crow. As a crow lands on the windowsill and it looks at you.
Am I able to open the window?
Mm-hmm.
So I open it up and just lean. Yes, what do you need?
You don't hear anything. It just looks at you and curiously. And you do get a sense of her presence.
Okay, knock on this wood if you need me to do something. Mhm. Are you just keeping tabs on me after all this time?
The crow calls, whatever you
Mhm.
call it.
It is late. You are going to wake people up. What
Calls
do
again.
What do you need? Is it, okay. And she's just gonna, and see if she can sense a spirit nearby.
Make a religion check.
Where is it? Okay, and I'm gonna roll a dice this time because
Okay.
I do not want 17.
You sense the presence of your deity. You don't sense the presence of a spirit.
Okay. I want to reach out and just like lightly pet the head of the raven. Yes, thank you for keeping eyes on me. I appreciate.
Calls again. You're not getting any sense that she's going to speak to you. But again, she is watching.
Okay. Well, all right. If you don't need anything, I'm just going to close this window now, unless you would like to sleep in the bed with me.
It calls once more and then lifts its wings and takes off.
You're so weird all the time.
I'm trying to sleep. You hear
You
down
can-
the way.
You can speak to me, you know. You've done it before. Ugh, typical. Why did I even... Okay. And then I just closed the window.
You go
Then,
to sleep?
yeah, go do my 4 hours.
Okay. Basil, as you fall asleep, I get to hold on. You wake up surrounded by darkness. Nothing around you. But the vision does start to come into focus. You see a pile of decayed corpses of animals, people. You can't make out what they are. You can see this fungus growing off of the skeletons of these bodies. You feel this overlooming shadow behind you. And as you look behind you, there's nothing. You see nothing, but there's this presence and a very horrible smell of decay and death. Your vision shows you this expanding landscape of beautiful green. And then it slowly starts to fade into a very familiar blackness that you've seen. Doesn't look like home, doesn't look like anywhere you've been, but you watch the grass and the forests just slowly start to be consumed by this darkness, this decay, as the leaves and the branches petrify and fall into the ground. You can see people standing in a city being consumed by this darkness, and their bodies turn immediately into skeletal forms as they fall into dust. And you hear a very horrible, bassy, guttural, like, laugh almost, but it's primal. It sounds distorted. And in front of you, as your vision goes black once more, you see one bright red and purple eye look and peer through the darkness at you as it slowly fades. And that's where we're going to end the session.
God damn. Oh, shit. That's not good.
Most
That's pretty
unfortunate.
spicy.
Yikes.
Rachel, who are you talking to in your dreams, girl?
What are you doing, huh? Who are you working for? The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Put that thing back where it came from.
And so help me. Bum, bum, bum.
Wakes up. Anyway.
Yay,
I will
good
say-
session.
Yeah, good job, guys. Oh man,
Yay.
I'm so excited for next session.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I brought it up before.
Wait, I'm
you
still
know,
recording. I forgot.
we'll-
Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh,
You
hey.
don't need to see us talk about scheduling. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Be sure to check out the Roll with Advantage streams on YouTube, whether that be on Tuesdays, Fridays, or Saturdays, where a collection of these people, they do happen to play in those things. I DM them. Or check back every other Wednesday on the YouTube channel for the continuation of the Tales of Evrand. Because it's a lot of fun. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.